I hope you guys will enjoy today's session. And for those of you who, I believe, Eon, you missed the last end part a little bit, and the duration for the session is generally planned to be 3 hours. So I think I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the session. I think I mentioned at the end of session. But yes, that is a time frame that is expected. And
it's okay, I've seen the video.
Yes, I believe that there is some delay in Discord mic stops, and people are talking. You can also type what your character would do. Then I will come back to you and try to resolve it as quick as possible to minimize people talking over each other time to time, which always happens. But it is online, so what can
it never happens. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it never happens. I don't know what you're talking about. It never happens to me. But yes, all of you guys, 3 of you guys who were in the short mission with Sunny last time, you guys had a few weeks to think about what you have done on the past along with the girls. And you guys are doing some petty missions that comes on, oh, my dog head went missing, oh, my cat head went missing, and that type of tiny requests that have been entering into the town. But they make a tiny bit of money, but they just barely keep you afloat. And one day, a new person, you hear about this new recruit that you guys hear is about. And Aeon, can you describe your character and appearances?
Yeah, can I just give a picture instead?
Picture works too! Woo! Description is not for everyone.
The character's appearance is not one of the things I care too much about. It's more the character themselves.
A picture is worth 1,000 words.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
especially
all
with
hear...
such microwave.
Is he human or elf? That's my main question.
Elf. Wood elf.
Okay.
I like how I went on a tangent, 2 weeks ago about elves. Now 3 of them are elves.
So many elves. Everyone is an elf. But yes. You guys, so 4 of you guys who have met Hora before, here's a call that there is a new recruit that needs some education, and would be good as he got a new job, and he have heard what a new recruit is capable of, and wants all of you to meet him in person. And if you guys were to go to there, let's roll initiative about who would get to meet our new character first. So 4 of you guys who is not Aeon, oh my god, who is not Karma, roll initiative.
Initiative.
It's an interesting way to do this.
It's really such an honor.
Alright, even though... Yes. So as all of you guys go to the room that is booked for meeting, if you guys were to enter, Eric, you're the first one to arrive, it seems. If you were to open up the door, you see this elf that you have never seen before, seems to be sitting on the table. And what would your character be doing at the moment in a room, waiting?
Wait, didn't Nemo roll on top of me?
No, you rolled 22, right? And Nemo rolled 15.
Oh no, that was a different roll. That was before the game started.
Oh! Okay. Well...
Yeah, I rolled initiative before the game started just so I could be on the tracker.
Okay,
I was just testing to see if the modifier changed.
Yes,
it works different.
Eric, you open up the door thinking this is a room that you think is a meeting recruit, and you see, goes in there, closes the door, sees no one in here, and you start sitting and thinking that when will this new recruit appear? And while you're thinking about it, a few minutes later, you notice that this is a wrong room, a bunch of wrong people comes in and kick you off for the meeting. But
Yeah.
in the meantime...
I was expecting you to say that.
Damn it, conference room B, not A. Jeez.
Nemo, you find a room B that you're supposed to be in, and if you were to go there and open up the door, you will see this elven gentleman. Doing what at the moment? Waiting?
If I'm alone in the room, I'd just be skimming through one of the books I have. And if I notice him walking in, I'm going to turn around and say, I hope you didn't walk into the wrong room. This would be awkward.
What'd you call me?
Awkward.
Anyway, are you the newbie?
I believe so.
Alright, my name's Yu. What brought you here?
Job. Or hopefully to get one.
Okay. Do you like staying alive?
It is my preference.
This may not be the
I
job.
haven't done.
Your mic is cutting out pretty badly. So where do you live, Ewan? We'll try to change the servers to your location to make your mic.
Europe.
Okay. That may be the reason, because right now the server is US West. So I'll try to set the server in somewhere in Europe as a testing purposes, if it's okay with everyone.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll set the server to Western Europe and see if we notices any differences. Alright. Ewan, can you search to speak again? Let's see if anything is better.
How about now?
So far, so good.
Cool.
Yep.
Does feel better. I don't know, it's just feeling. Just we change the server. And as you two guys are talking, next person to come into the door is Sunny.
Hello.
And if
What's
you
up,
were to
Sonny?
turn
Is that
around,
it?
you see a
Yeah,
giant,
that's it. Just a big,
turtle.
big, very not attractive turtle.
Why is there a turtle in here?
What?
Why is there a turtle in here?
Because I'm a turtle.
Oh no, I'm saying that in character.
Yeah. Why is there a turtle here? Because there's a turtle here. I work here. Kind of.
Oh. What do you mean, kind of?
It depends on who you ask, I guess.
Just kind of stay around.
Yeah, not building the best reputation.
Wait, hang on. How much experience do you guys have? How much of a newbie am I compared?
Well, I don't know. What did you do yesterday?
I know.
I don't know.
Sonny and I have been together for a good while now. At least, what, Sonny, like 7-8 months now? And
Well,
we've seen one die, 2 disappear and run off, and oh gosh, man, I'm
3
lost.
disappear runoff, right?
Was it 3?
Yeah, there was a wild mage. There was another elf.
Oh yeah, the guy.
There was Dex.
So anyway,
And then the other elf that got killed.
this field you're interested in for jobs. I hope you can know what you're getting into, is what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, you gave me a good idea. I don't know how much you could teach me if that's attractive.
I'm probably not going to teach you anything at all.
This is not a place for
Cool.
education.
And Ewan,
You don't get to
now
call me newbie then.
you feel
If you stick with us, you may stay alive a little longer.
That is my preference.
And Ewan, you now remember why the paper that you were signing when you were doing the contract says that no educations, and if you die, we do not guarantee anything. And with all the things that you have seen and is hearing that these guys don't teach new people, you suddenly know why this job pays a lot at the moment.
This is gonna go well. Everyone could do with a bit of excitement.
And at that moment, Eric, you would find finally the room B and open up the door and sees a friendly face of you and Sunny and one elf that's sitting on the corner.
Yeah.
Okay, we had the Europe as a default server, and it went all by default. Is tried to switch the server, I think, because the ping was too high or something like that. So I don't think we can do Europe at the moment. But yes. So Eric comes into the door.
No,
Eric just suddenly. You cannot hear you.
No. Do you have a push to talk on?
Hello, hello.
Kicked me.
Can you not
for
hear
some
me?
reason.
Okay, so you guys cannot hear me.
I can hear you, but
Oh, I can hear
I
you.
got
I
kicked.
couldn't hear, I think it's a dot. A dotted fig.
Oh, you cannot eat raw dot. Can you say anything for Rue? Do you have push to talk on and?
Yes, I think it's a dotted fig.
Yep, it is.
Yep. Session 1 at its best. Woo!
No wonder
My
why.
session, my very first session using Discord and Roll20, it took me an hour and a half to get everything set up properly.
Well, this is our second time, so hopefully things go.
I'll just say I can totally relate to
Can you
issues.
say something?
First time I
I
used
don't see
Discord for
your
D&D.
mic moving. I don't see your mouse moving, so I don't know if you're speaking or not at the moment. You
Well,
you're
currently have
muted.
it muted. Okay, say something. Nope.
Nope.
If it's USB, unplug it and plug it back in.
It could
Yep.
be your
The
mic.
mic is
It could be
USB?
your push to talk. It could be.
Is it the region?
I mean,
Because
don't
that
think it's
happened after we.
west to central.
We
What if
couldn't
we just-
hear her from the very beginning, right? I actually haven't heard her voice. I thought she
Oh,
was just being pretty
yeah.
quiet today, but I don't think that
Sexual
was.
bad.
But yes, why don't you?
We can try to turn a voice on Roll20.
That reminds me. Let me go to settings
Could
in
try.
Roll20.
Yes.
Oh.
Do you guys want to try the
Huh.
chess on roll 20?
It's up to you guys. I'm just-
That's
it's
scary.
I don't mind.
Okay, let's wait for Ada to get a new headset first, and while waiting, we will do Eric, and once she comes back, then when we're doing the Ruth's introduction, then hopefully.
But at least she can hear us.
That's a good
Oh.
sign. Totally.
Oh,
I
Yes.
Okay.
heard something.
Look,
Oh,
I didn't hear anything.
I think I heard a hello.
No.
No,
It was very, very faint.
you're giving
I
hopes
swear.
up.
No, I swear I thought I heard something.
But Eric, Alien.
That is just like the what is it? The tinnitus. It's like you're the buzzing.
Aelon finally finds the right room and opens the door, and it feels like the people on the upstairs on the room A was talking about a bunch of the sounds problem that they're dealing with here and there. But you put those in
A what
behind
problem?
on your mind. It seems
Okay,
like the
okay.
room A was having some sound problem. And room B and C is streaming. What's wrong with today's session? Everything is so wrong.
I just pulled the
Why?
cord. I just pulled the cord.
But yes, Elon.
I'm speeding.
Am I in the right room? Is this where? Oh, wait. I noticed the turtle. Yes, I'm in the right room.
Yeah. Stands out like a sore thumb.
So, is this everyone? Is there someone else supposed to be coming? No? Can we get started?
We wait until Boss Man says we're good.
I just heard there was a newbie and there was a race to get there.
You don't get to call me newbie if you're not.
I never caught your name actually, so until I catch it and get used to it, you're a newbie.
Your voice seems to be cutting out constantly.
Yeah, no name. I'm gonna call you newbie until I get your name. Fuck, you're newbie.
You know, I've been
I
waiting
didn't hear
11
anything.
sessions or so for you to get a nickname, and he gets one in 5 minutes. What's up with that?
Well, I just think you is so good. It confuses enough things.
Yeah.
You. Oh, I just noticed.
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
And there is
You will
room in
eventually.
Essend.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't catch your name, so unless
It's
you
it's karma.
Karma. Karma's a bitch, isn't it?
That's not the first time I heard that.
Yeah.
Always comes back for seconds.
It's okay. My name's
It is the first time I heard that.
Karma. My name's you.
Don't lie to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a name.
Yeah, it is. My name.
Alright, then.
At least
You.
as long as my name is, I can remember it. Which I don't actually remember my actual name. That was the name that was given to me when I woke up.
Yeah, hey you.
I don't think that's a name. I think they just said, "Hey, you."
It's what I took.
I hear
Test.
something.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Hey!
You can-
Whoa!
Hey, you get a beat.
Who is that? Where'd they come from?
Golly, this is ridiculous.
That is awesome that we
Sorry.
can hear you now. And,
And now she's invisible.
Before you go on, enter the room, Daru. Aowen, do you have the voice-controlled auto-muted setup? The voice threshold mute?
What?
Do you have the voice threshold mute setup?
Sensitivity, you mean?
Yeah, voice sensitivity setup. And I used a similar symptom when I had the bars way too high. So, if you lower it a little bit, I think it would help if you're using that setting.
Is that any better?
We will see as we go on, but let's find out. But yes, room, we can hear you, and at this moment, you will enter the room B as you're opening up the door and sees the two familiar faces and two new faces that you haven't seen before. And can you describe your characters as you're walking in? Actually, probably I should have said the same thing for Aelon, so that.
I'm wearing the same thing I wore yesterday. I'm wearing some leather trousers. My boots are tucked in to my pants. I got some silver hair because it changed. I got these little tiny pointed ears. I got green speckly eyes. Olive colored skin. I'm wearing a tunic today. It's got a little high collar. A little fancy, a little drabby. That's about it.
Yes, a fancy
Oh,
elf
okay.
just walks in.
Oh, I got a light crossbow on my back. If that's important.
Nice.
That's
And you come in, and four of them just looks at you, and now the room is filled with silence because no one is saying anything.
What's your problem?
No. Oh, when you guys say you, because I don't think I've given a good description of him yet. You see a almost albino, pale-colored half-orc.
Oh.
And he's wearing a very old-looking piece of breastplate armor. On the top of each of his shoulders hangs the head of a warhammer, as well as the head of a battle axe, with the handles going down to his waist-side behind his back. Looking at him, his hair is bleached white, pretty much, and one half of his face, his eye is a very blood red color with a fang protruding from his mouth, and then the other half is a bright yellow color with no fang on the other side of his mouth. Every now and then you kind of see him twitch a little bit, but he's we'll get into that later. He's
Sounds like a dead
found a
dude.
little bit of peace during this break.
Walking up to the only person he knows, I'll sneak up to Sunny. What's wrong with that guy? And I'll point towards you.
Yeah, what? There's nothing wrong with them.
What's with the,
Oh yeah, so Sunny is also like have a half disfigured face. He's got a huge scratch, and I'm like, you should have come up to me and asked me like that, bro.
I've only ever saw you from like one half of the face. I didn't see the other.
No. You is fine. Just you have to like meet his other half.
There's another half?
Oh yeah, I personally just call him Half Fang. It's like you and Half Fang, but
Half Bay?
Half Fang.
Okay.
You'll hear him.
Fair enough.
He'll come out to greet us occasionally when it's very inappropriate.
All right.
Usually during a diplomatic situation.
And for those who forgot or never checked, this is what Elon looks like.
Yes,
Mhm.
we have 3 elves, 2 elves and 1 half, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, like 2.5.
Yeah. And also you
As it should.
guys sit down, and awkward silence goes past by as you guys sit down. You guys will figure that you have some moments before the boss man comes in. What do you guys like to do?
I'm gonna try to find a chair that's sturdy enough for my fat ass. Start moving around, testing them.
You would have a chair. There are a total of 7 chairs in the room. It seems like they built this room relatively new. Right? There is a brand new wooden table in the very center, and each of the 4 sides has a bunch of wooden boards and some pins on the wall that can put the papers on it. You can put the papers and pin stuffs on it. And the other pins are on one side of the board for marks, but currently there are no papers pinned onto the wall.
No. Is there any other signs? Is there any pamphlets on the table?
On the table, you actually see a pile of templates. There is 7 pages of each, and there's 3 piles in the center of the table.
No, read them.
All right. Roll 1d3. Let's see which one you read. Or you can pick one number. Just give me a number.
Why 1?
All right. If you were to pick up the first one, if you were to open it and flip it, it says that you see a picture of a bear man in the very face. He seems to be wearing a lot of gold jewelry, as he has a really big necklace, the one that is worn by the gangsters. And he seems to have a golden bracelet as well on all of his bodies and rings. And apparently that is who is giving the request. And that thing will pay for whopping 4,000 gold if you were to finish his request. And the job is about bandits to be exterminated that is festering his hometown of Karen.
So we have approved murder from Favor Flav. Who's next? What's the next file?
I'll read the next one.
All right, Rue, which one would you read? The number 2?
And yeah, unless you want me to roll.
Ooh, it doesn't matter. You can read number 2.
2 is fine.
If you were to get the second one, it has a picture of an old man at the very beginning. And if you were to flip through, there is another picture of a very young woman compared to the very old man that is in there. And it is a request. Apparently, the grandfather heard that his granddaughter has ran away with a guy, and his mother, so his daughter, sent a letter to him saying that my granddaughter ran away, and have you visited you or something? And grandfather, knowing that his granddaughter has not visited him, is extremely worried. And getting some sources of his own, he found out his daughter went to a town called Abelstein. And he knows that his granddaughter Rua is somewhere in the town, though last party that he had sent suddenly went missing in the middle of search, and he wants a new set of parties to be going for exploration, and he had put up 3,000 goals as a reward. And you also see that beside there is some reward personally from Mayor, as this old man Kain is a very good friend of the mayor of this town, and you may have some additional reward from him. Who would like to read the last one?
I don't read.
I'll go for it.
Okay.
Okay. If you were to read the last one, there is a picture of a penguin. A giant penguin, not too big. You figure that it's a similar type of penguin that is like the rabbit folks. But this one seems to be very eccentrically dressed, as he has very spiky hairs compared for many of the penguins, and has a monocle on one side along with a very big cigar on his mouth. And he seems to be, he says that your contact is Mr. Fodel, and he sent a research group to recover shards of a star that had fallen from the sky. And his research group was ambushed and was attacked, and he wanted to figure out what happened to the research group exactly, and as well as a retrieval of the stars that the research group was excavating in the area.
What was the guy's name? Mr. What?
It is
Mr. Fuddle.
So I'm assuming the penguin is probably somewhere cold.
We've been to cold places before.
Yeah, but do we want to keep going to cold places?
No, if you were to actually
I'm interested in a fallen star.
If you were to look through the mission details of the Fallen Star, it actually says that it happened in the place called Dust Sea, which is a desert.
No, then right.
That's why the penguin's sending other people to go.
Or maybe we shouldn't stereotype penguins. Just saying. Are we those kind of people?
That's true.
This might be one of those surfer penguins.
Right.
Alright. Sonny, didn't you do something with a daughter a few weeks back?
Oh, well, yeah, well, you know,
Phrasing.
I
so maybe
prefer we
we
don't
don't do
speak
that
on it.
one.
What'd you do?
Sonny, are you not telling us
Don't-
something?
No, I know.
Don't.
We had a mission.
I don't know if I want to be part of this group anymore. What'd you do?
I destroyed a hag. That's it.
Sonny, be honest.
I sat on a 10-year-old girl.
Okay, there
And
you
then
go.
I bludgeoned her into a soup.
And then, what else did you do, Sonny?
Sorry,
You stole that? You
that's
stole
fine.
that
We don't need anything else.
from my
No.
grieving father.
You combed through her entrails, Sonny.
What's wrong with that? You don't play with your food?
We're just letting the new kid know what he's up for, that's all. We can be a little colorful.
I was saying. I don't know. I slept like a baby afterwards.
Nemo had the night off.
I
He's
didn't.
lucky.
Did you explain what led to sitting on, killing, and rooting true? 10-year-old?
Well, I'm just saying,
Dead.
you know, who judges a hag's age? You know, I mean, I don't sit around.
Fair enough. I agree. I think she. We should just pick one of these missions to go on.
Oh.
So, but maybe we don't do like the diplomatic daughter one,
Yeah, I
I
think
feel that bandits are beneath us.
because like it's gonna be like this morality issue. We're gonna get to her, find out the uncle's all bad, go back to the uncle. It's like, well, she was wrong. You need to go find her again, and then we have to go back and find her again,
maybe she just
and
wants
then
to
we
be
have to
like,
sit on everybody,
"Oh."
and it's just so many sponge baths to remove goo off of this. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm all about this fallen star in the desert. It seems quite fun.
All
It
right.
does seem unusual.
Well,
It
in the
sounds like
past,
the
normally
most.
that guy with the noise on his back.
The monkey man.
Right.
That man's weird.
On the
Oh,
very
he's always
back
giving
of
out
your
jobs.
eyes, you hear the sounds.
Oh, I put the papers back on the table. I pull out of everyone's hands, put it back on the table, square them away. We never touched them. Go sit in a chair.
Horace, hi.
And the clapping of the metal sounds gets louder and louder as he approaches the door. And once the door is open, you guys all see a dwarven man with a monkey tied to his back that is clasping with a tambourine. And it sounds even louder compared to the last time that you guys have met. It seems like the monkey had been upgraded to the bigger size. And so was the frown on his face.
Right, so since we've last saw him, the monkey on his back grew.
Yes.
How big is said monkey now?
It is almost the same size as him, although he doesn't seem to have any difficulties in walking at the moment.
Rue approaches him and says, "I've noticed that you look a bit different."
Oh, you do? I see.
You did a promotion?
He goes down to one of the chairs and sits down grumpily and says that, well, so many jobs have been failing lately, and
Yeah. Horace, you never actually told us. How did you get that on your back?
oh, well, I am not in charge of this branch at the moment. It is more like overseen by the main branch, and there is a dickhead in the main branch who is currently having influence over here, and he said that if I do good enough job and get enough missions to be successful, I can get rid of this monkeys on my goddamn back, but missions are keep failing! And he's slamming the table in anger and looks at you guys and says, this is why I need you all to be finishing the missions with a blazing success.
But we got rid of the hag.
That's why we're here. This is his best team. He's not talking about us.
He better not be. He didn't pay us last time.
I
Maybe
climbed
he
up
is.
a tree and got a cat just last week.
Yes, small bits helps. Small bits do help. But, Karma, you are welcome to Clasping Monkey.
Not sure if I am.
Well, you're welcome here. I will. At least through the sources, you are very capable of what you're doing. And, everyone here on here should be as capable of what they do. Well, at least they did one mission very successfully. That quite helped a lot, but yes, hopefully, with you as an addition, next mission should go blazingly well. Have you taken a look at those files yet?
Oh, we can touch these?
Yeah, I thought you'd be discussing and looking over with the newbies until I got here.
We should leave a note saying that next time.
Oh, I did mention that get in here and talk with the newbies.
Well, we've been talking.
We've been talking.
Oh, and he likes to be called Karma.
Oh, yes, Karma. Although I do call everyone newbie, but so rewards for the other two. The one with the bandits and the other one with the daughter. They will not be paying up front. You'll be getting paid at the end. And the one with the penguin, Mr. Fuddle said that he promised that he pays 1,000 gold up front for a mission. Although mission itself doesn't pay up that much.
Are any of these repeat clients?
All of them are relatively new, although we have dealt with them a little bit back in the past. And with the confident, there is confidential information for the client, so we'll give you a little bit more details about individual missions once you have accepted it. If not, there is gonna go to the other groups. I heard that Group A is currently having a problem with their sounds, so after they're done with that, probably they can take care of the next one.
Are any of these on the way to the other one?
I'm afraid not.
Oh.
If you're trying to do all of them at once, that you may find them a little bit out of your reach. And Oz, welcome, Greymane. And Oz, you guys are talking about the Horrid looks around and says that there's supposedly one more newbie here. Where is he though? Have you seen him? And Ozzy mentions, Wolfric, you were supposed to be in a meeting about 30 minutes ago, and you were told that you should go there and then make good presences for your first cases of working in Clasping Monkey. You heard that it's supposed to be the room B that you're supposed to go, and if you were to go there and rush in, you open up the door, you see everyone except you currently sitting there and getting the mission briefing. And 5 of you sees. Can you describe your character for the group?
Oh. Okay, yeah. So let me look at my character sheet real quick.
He's a big puppy.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so yeah.
And walks in as a large dog. He hijacked our teleport.
Yes. You see a humanoid wolf, a wolf-like humanoid, like snout, like full wolf features, just standing on 2 legs, with
Yeah.
I
He has
can't
a lot of
I can't remember if
Not to be confused with you.
Yeah.
yeah.
You.
Can't remember.
Okay, I'll drag in your token for you so that technically people can click on your picture.
Yeah,
to see it.
But he's wearing leather. I couldn't find an accurate representation. He's wearing like basic. Holy fuck!
There you go. That's the token.
Enter Wolfric, the endgame boss.
Are you, by the way, naked like the picture, or do you have?
No,
some
Well, what's wrong with being naked?
Please no.
No, I have leathers, but you would. I don't know too much about how you had your Loken. Like if there was more naturalistic armor, or if they wore like a leather chest
tribal
plate.
type of armors back in the day.
Yeah.
However, you can re-buy armors and whatnot since you had a few weeks in the town to settle around.
Okay. Yeah. Let me fix this.
Okay, so still tribalistic.
Yeah, it's still the tribalistic armor.
All right. You see this wolf-looking like folk as he enters, and you and Sunny, you notice is that this is Wolfric that you guys briefly have met at the end of your last successful mission. When you were...
Well, what do you 2 successful missions ago?
Yes, 2 successful missions ago, you have briefly met Wolfric at the end. That you remember.
So you stuck around, huh? What was your name again?
Wolfric. And yeah, I decided to relatively hijack your transport. The tribal life was getting a little stale.
I heard your tribe has been causing issues with the Absin, or whatever the bee folk.
I was not informed of this. they kind of left me in the dark about
Well,
this
I mean,
whole plan.
You kind of left them.
Yeah.
Even beforehand, I was never told anything about like
Have you had contact with
conspiracy.
any part of Vitulus?
Last I heard, he was this is out of context. He was exiled, right?
He is exiled, and the main tribe, as they know that you're friends with Vitulus, they try to cut you off information as much as possible.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Vittles is okay. He went off to notes.
Bunnyland.
Yeah. Yeah. He went off to where his wife's people are indigenous.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Well, that's good. Oh, well.
Grab the chair, get the briefing, start reading.
Hey, boss man, are we gonna be teleporting to one of these locations, or do we have to like hoof it there?
We will have set up the teleportation. You will be using that to get to the location.
He's gonna walk up to the table, and I'm gonna pull out of my one of my pouches and unfold this piece of paper, which is a very detailed map of the area. And I was like, "So, any of these jobs on this map?"
That's a map of the Endless Nectar, right?
It's the one that Kirkos gave me, which kind of spreaded around like the Endless Nectar, Black Den. I don't know how wide or how large of a map it was, honestly.
That
was
would
never actually
be
in the
centered on the
details.
Nexus, and near the Nexus you would have built informations, but Hora will shake his head and say that unfortunately we don't exactly have maps for this mission that we're doing. And
On
it
any
is
of them?
one all of them are relatively new locations for explorers to go, including
Oh.
the desert.
Going blind, guys.
Afraid you would have to be finding your own ways.
Fold up and pack up the map. Shit. Okay.
So, have you decided? And really, do read them carefully. And if you have any questions to Hore about the 3 missions, maybe he can give you a little bit of clarification before you accept and select the mission as a group. And I'll say that, yep, let's talk for a moment, and then we'll just vote for which missions that you guys like to go. And
Can I get the cliff notes one more time of a quick?
okay.
The fallen star recovery thing makes sense to me. It's in a desert, covering a fallen star.
There's
Some
these 3
tribe-
missions. Bandits elimination, find missing daughter, who ran away with a guy, and a star that had been stolen. Or as a group of researching group found it, but was ambushed.
Oh, okay. So they found it, but then it got stolen. Okay.
I think
I
that the star
mean-
doesn't pay as much, but I think we'll get to have some fun travel. We're headed to a desert. Nemo has said there's been like, or wait, it's not Nemo. What's your character's name? What's his name?
You.
I don't remember. You. That is so hard. I didn't get to meet you last week. I'm a brain injury patient. You is hard because I say you a lot. Anyways, back to the game.
You can. I've been asking players to think of a nice nickname for him.
We can't. We can just call him Tiffany and be done with it.
Agreed.
I'll give you some Tiffany.
Player-wise, that's funny.
You said that he.
I don't
You.
think he would go for it. But
Y'all have been in the desert, or no, y'all have been in cold climate, right? So if you don't want to be cold anymore, why don't we hightail it up to the desert? It might be fun. I haven't been to the desert in a long time.
What are the other areas like with the bandits and the missing daughter? Like forest, mountainous, desert, Arctic.
Please not the Arctic.
The
Less
Karim is
Monsters.
You will explain as the conversation goes that he and Sonny have traveled quite a bit these lands, and You take one step, you're like in daylight. You take another step, and it's dark. You take one step, and you're nice and warm. You take another one, and it's snowing. These lands are a little out of whack.
Okay, good to know.
Karin
Thank you for sharing.
is in a tundra. There are some trees, but lots of snows, and the area is pretty cold. Although, unless you are going directly for bandits, I imagine you would be staying in town. And the For Abostain, that place is pretty nice. I visited there a few years back then. Although it was very brief visit for one of the requests. But that place, in my memory, at least there was nothing special. Just a regular old town.
Okay.
So we asked questions about the.
So what's the risk of the bandits? Are they just raiding the same town over and over again?
Well, for exact details, it would need that you take the job. But yeah, they do have list of bandits that specifically want to be eliminated. Once you get all the checklists to be crossed off, you're done.
I look at the guy curiously. That's a lot of red tape you're trying to get us to walk over. You're not going to give us details about the mission until we accept the mission?
It is a client's confidential information. If you don't accept it, other groups will, and they will go on.
Okay.
The unsuccessful groups?
Yeah, Team
Keep
B
failing
and
the
C.
It is true that other groups did not have very good success rate as well. If you don't take
maybe
it,
because you left out the details of the mission until they accepted it.
How are you supposed to plan ahead?
You would have
We're contractors.
You would have plenty
not
of
the
time to
greatest-
prepare once you accept the mission.
It's not the greatest business strategy, in my opinion. You may want to talk to the guy who put the monkey on your back.
We're contractors.
A little bit.
Need to know.
But
Morality's out the window. You want the job, you take the job.
you are familiar with all three of these jobs in detail, correct? You have the privilege of knowing all three.
He nods his head.
Which one would be the biggest threat to public safety?
Definitely not the daughter.
It depends.
Ran off with a necromancer.
Well, if you're worried about public safety, likely the bandits. The star, if it goes missing, I mean, who cares? And, well,
What if it has a use?
You say who cares for the star, but if it wasn't an important object, they
Why would
wouldn't
they
post
steal it?
the mission.
Do I
Or
look
why
like
would they steal it?
sparkling wizard to you?
No, you look like a guy
I do.
who gives vague details about missions to people and expect them just to accept them to get the full details upon the mission.
I don't know. I get what Hor's saying.
Would I have any idea what? Yeah, basically what Nemo just said.
Can people know Arcana check? Yes, you can do Arcana check.
Oh man.
I'm great at this.
Me too.
Come on.
Let's go. Nope.
You do know that the stars do, Wolfric, you do know that the stars, sometimes they drop rare metals, and yeah, they're pretty valuable. And Alon, you would, well, Rue, you would know the similar thing. Generally, the stars contain rich minerals of rare metals, and they can be pretty good blacksmithing materials. And anyone else who want to roll before I go with Eric's, Alon's roll? Alright, no one. Okay. Alon, you would know that sometimes the stars, in magical sense, they are treated as they came from the different worlds, sometimes beyond the different dimensions and the worlds, related to the relics of the old gods and the far realm where their unimaginable creatures and monsters live in. And sometimes it is those stars that has those creatures inside. And once they land into the world, generally it does not have a very good implications regarding the nearby worlds and the area. And sometimes it is the dead bodies of them or just the shards that has immense amount of power as well, even though that those type of beings are in there or not. And in the history, you do know that there have been few wars that have happened in the past regarding the shards of the stars here and there in the history.
I'll tell the rest of the group that and say, I believe this has priority.
Wait, you just can't say you believe this has priority. I think you need to tell us why. I mean, he doesn't give any details, so if you have anything that you might think would help us, because I'm all about this mission, but then it's everybody else.
I mean,
I
it's
would go see a
Everything else
star.
said.
You can try
Yeah.
to
No need.
persuade Hore. Roll persuasion with disadvantage.
Who?
Oh, I thought you wanted to get information on Hore, right?
No, I thought you.
No,
I
she
thought he
thought
just
I
gave that
didn't say
information
anything.
to Alone, because he didn't give it. All he said was this was priority. I need to know why he thinks this is priority.
No, this
I
was
don't wanna
an
go
Arcana
inside.
check. I remembered this, and then I'll say it out loud.
Yeah, this is not Hore talking. It is him as is a wizard in the past that he had ran across the books that has a record of the fallen stars in the past, and he remembers it with 27 Arcana check.
Right, but he didn't tell us what he remembered. Are you going to say that? Are you going to repeat what he just said and tell me? I'm trying to play by all the rules here. I got yelled at the other day by someone else because I listened and then I asked a follow-up question after they already said they were going to say it out loud. So now I'm just covering all my bases to make sure that whoever I'm playing with, I'm not stepping on their toes.
It's okay. Alo, can you describe, instead of saying that I say that to the group, why don't you say that
But if
in
you do say
character?
that.
In character, why don't you describe what you remember?
Well, personally, I don't feel like bothering with tiny children again. Bandits seem beneath us, and I think a relic from another world that could possibly hold untold amounts of power might be something worth looking into.
I agree with you. Rue is all excited. Let's do it.
But in actuality, this is me talking. Bandit bones make very, very excellent toothpicks.
Your teeth are huge. I'm sure we can get you a different kind of toothpick.
Or we can
Press the digits in
downsize
one
the amount
form.
of teeth.
I'd like to make some money this week since we didn't make anything last week, guys. So we should choose something.
I'm okay with the star if you guys are.
Alright, does anyone want to ask any more questions before we do the vote? Or say anything more in character?
How will we be getting there and back?
We'll give
Teleportation,
you
right?
teleportation to the way there, and once you retrieve the objects, then we'll give you an item that you can signal us back.
Oh,
Do
hey. Go ahead.
Do they know who stole it, or at least where we can get our first step? Or are we like, if we accept this job, are we just literally going into an area we don't know, walking around until we stumble upon it?
Roll persuasion.
My best attribute.
And then, hey, all you magic dudos, do you guys have Featherfall prepared?
Nope.
No, let me go check. I don't think I
With
can.
11, Horace says that it's with his depression getting on his face. It is not my job. It is not up to me whether I release informations.
What
Or
do
if
you
we
do?
somehow get you promoted up the Clasping monkeys, could you provide us more information in the future as a thank you?
If I get off and get this damn monkey off my back, yes! But yeah, it's not your fault. It's just that damn... Never mind. And he seems very aggravated about this person. So if nothing, then let's have a vote. And all of you guys, type which mission that you guys want to do. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Type.
You has my vote.
Okay.
Oh, we posted in different places.
You have my axe.
Alright, with glaring majority, you guys decided to take the star. Alright, and he nods his head and says that, well, you guys are very interesting at least. And he takes away all the papers and puts it away in his pocket. He says that, as discussed, the reward will be 1,000 gold on preparation. And he gave you guys 1,000 gold as a group. And you guys have 1,000 gold to prepare for this mission. And once you retrieve the star, then there will be additional 1,000 gold.
So I'm assuming we're trekking through a desert.
And your detailed will be talked with our client. Second, I need to bring him up here. And he sadly hops onto his chair and walks out of the door with his clasping monkey on his back. And a few minutes later, he comes back and he says, "Meet our client's representative." Let me open up the note. Give me a second.
I do not have all my spells up. I'm so lame this week. Sorry, guys.
I think there's going to be plenty of time.
Little guy.
I will.
Cast a spell now. No time.
Oh my god, that's loud.
But I
don't
did
know
put
what just
Featherfall
happened.
in there.
But yes, as he points to the empty table and says the name Little Guy, you see a little imp that wasn't there before. And
This is
imp,
the client?
it is a red imp, and it looks around you guys and it's like, "Hey, so you guys are the one who take the job, hey? Well, I'm not here. I'm not the Mr. Funnel, but I am his assistant, and I will be helping you through these missions, at least."
An assistant to who? What was your leader's name?
Mr. Funnel.
Could you spell that in Discord?
It was spelled in Discord beforehand. If you scroll
Oh,
up,
yeah,
you
yeah,
see it up there
yeah.
as well.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that was that job.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the job with the least reward posted. I was like,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. That was my mistake on that one.
Is he real?
I
How
mean,
would
he
you
is
like
an
to
imp.
determine?
Mr. Football?
Yeah, how do you want to find out? Grab his cheeks.
I mean, like, he's obviously not an illusion. Like, there's no check for that.
Roll investigation check. I believe that's the right check for discerning illusion.
Can you
A
have
critical
Nat
one.
one.
I mean, it's still a decent number with a net one.
You think that imp is a ghost? And yes, you.
Nope.
Also one. Okay.
Let's go, guys. We're fighting the Beholder. These rolls are awesome.
Wolfric, you think that this one is a ghost?
Yeah.
Yes. And,
Good thing I'm not scared of ghosts. Oh my god, I'll be back.
what was, no, Nemo, what are you saying?
Aw.
Oh, would you have ever seen an imp before? At least since his resurrection.
There's a chance, definitely. Roll luck with disadvantage, and let's see what happens.
Luck?
Nope.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
luck?
1d20, just luck.
Oh, okay.
You have not. This is the first time you've seen him. And even you cannot tell this is illusion or not at the moment. You don't know if it's real or fake. And he says,
Yeah, I've apparently never seen an imp before.
"Ooh, another wizard, right? Although, technically Eric being wizard, do you know Find Familiar?
I don't know the spell.
Yep, then I'll say it. Yep. He says that he clutches his hand and says that you're all gonna retrieve a piece of stars for Mr. Fuddle, although there is a tiny bit of catch. So, we do have star fragments, but the research group found one star fragment. And technically, if you bring that up to the group, your mission will be successful, but we do know that there are other groups there who ambush our research group. And there are few more shards, fragments of stars there. And Mr. Fuddle will be very excited to have each of the fragments to be retrieved. And if you do, you will pay 1,000 more gold for each fragment you retrieve. Is that clear?
What do you mean by other group?
Yeah.
What do they consist of? Bandits?
Not sure, as the research group had almost been eliminated, but at least the survivors say that there have been multiple different type of attacks that have they experienced. They do know that there is at least one group with controls over the undeads, and there was a one that was bombarding them with some sort of spells from distances they had to flee. And other ones, they were not sure, although there was signs of monstrosities in the areas that seems to be affected by the stars, and the groups were suspecting that there is some others with star fragments. It is a desert after all that you guys have been going. Have you guys went to the Sea before?
The what?
Probably not.
The Sea.
Would I?
This is you being the first time in the continent in your background, right?
Yeah. I guess not.
You wouldn't be able to visit there in person, but I say that you can still roll checks such as Arcana or History. Maybe you read it from the book or heard it from other adventurers. So if you would like to make checks in that flavor, go ahead and tell me what you're trying to remember.
History.
Nani, I wouldn't be able to know about this. This is completely different from where the Wakandans originally come from, or
You can still
it's
roll.
the same.
You can still roll.
It's the same. Okay.
Yeah.
What is that, history?
History would be very fair. Yeah.
History is my strong suit, guys. I swear.
All right.
You rolled higher than me, and I have an 11 modifier.
No one
How'd you get
else-
11?
No one else would like to roll.
Class has expertise in our intelligence-based checks.
Eric, with oh my god, plus 11, but you were 14. Okay. You know that the sea, you have heard of it as one of the deserts that is enchanted by some weird magics. However, you do not know the exact details of what the desert holds at the moment. And Wolfric, you have heard of the legends in the local tribes where a few of the old siblings of story of them traveling the world, and they have entered this desert called the Sea, where they have been meeting these creatures coming out of illusions of the weird locations of oases and mirages of the stories, and generally it is a tale of many of the adventurers getting lost forever in the desert. There's a series of monsters and imaginary beings roaming the area. And that is the and Eowyn. You've heard the similar stories of the, but in the different flavors. As you have heard a few adventurers that have survived as they entered these illusionary plains in the desert. As if you were to drink, and after drinking, you notice that you're puking out dust of sands out of your body. As few of them get sick due to that, and sometimes you notice that this is a pretty safe place to camp, and as soon as you camp, suddenly the terrain changes as the monster suddenly appears from the sands, and those stories that you would hear from the stories. And Sunny, you do know that there used to be a temple of Pelor that had been built there by a few of the natives that followed Pelor in there. And that is one of the big attractions that you know that exists in the Dust Sea a long time ago. As many of the pilgrims had visited there in the past as one of the rites that they go there. And a visit paid respect as it has been recognized as the pilgrimage, going through the sea and coming back as one of the courses for the pilgrimage. And you also gained the same information as the other two have gained.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. And the imp will look at all of you and say that,
well, if no one has visited there before, it will be recommended if you were to prepare yourself for some waters and heats, and occasional sandstorms and monsters. Along with that, the night in the desert is very dangerous, at least with these creatures roaming in the desert. We hear at least there are creatures who can see you from miles away, and with the darkness comes at the night, they will ambush you. So, be careful on how you want to be prepared for the night.
Do you know how many to go back Abyss? Any information on how many people?
Along with the survivors, we do not know the exact number of offenders, although they can't be not many in the groups. And if there were, they were working in small different fragments of the groups. I do not think it is a wise idea to send in a large group into the middle of the desert in the first place, so I do not think the other people would have been that big of a group as well.
Do you have an idea of how many fragments we have to retrieve?
We do know that there is at least 3. If you do find more, though, that would be interesting. There is a town where the group, the previous research group, have settled in before they were going out on excavation. And we will get you to that oasis town, and hopefully you guys can find a way to trace it back with the steps of the research group and reach where they have found the stars.
and
What's the distance?
second. Oh my god. He looks at you and says that
Distances would be costing about 12 days. At least that's the duration that they spent from the journey that they had. That was the time of duration that they spent to reach the destination. But they were not exactly direct route towards it. They were going back and forth into similar areas. As they were saying that an area was naturally hard to navigate through.
Any particular equipment we would need and that you recommend us having for traversing through this area?
He looks at you and says that
I'm not adventurous in the desert. Well, at least as I mentioned, you should be prepared to fight. But other than that, water?
You mentioned I had information from stories previous survivors had told me. Would I have any idea about the equipment they had and worked? Sorry, I'm talking out of character.
Out of character?
Yeah, like, would I have any information?
I mean, you can ask that in character.
No, I was asking, you said I had information from previous survivors who went there?
Other adventurers, you hear the stories of them surviving from there with the mirages and illusions distracting them on the way.
Would I have any information on the equipment they may have had, since they clearly made it out?
So you want to know their names and how to contact them or something like that?
Just like stories of how they survived, what they had, or whatever. If we want to know what equipment we might need. It's okay if I can't.
Roll. I don't like to say straight up no. Roll luck with disadvantage.
Sure.
Yeah, 1d20 straight up. With disadvantage.
I don't know how to do this. I'm just gonna roll twice. 5. Nope.
You do not know the exact details of the story, although you do know that they have met hideous creatures.
Yeah. So get a mirror, just hold it up. Problem solved.
Alright. And the imp looks at you guys and says that since you have accepted the deal, you would have
supposed to happen.
You would have at least a month.
Could you?
At least you to report back. If you don't report back in a month, we will consider the mission is failed and the contract will be void.
Okay.
So, it's a 12-day travel there. Assuming 12-day travel back. That gives us
6 days to lose.
Yeah, 6 days to a week to accomplish anything.
You don't need to get back to the town. I'd imagine you'd find the fragments or the way to track down others, groups, or the traces of the research group. And get the start fragment. Once you get it, send a signal and extract immediately.
How...
You don't need to get back to town to get back to the town that you guys.
So we have 18 days altogether. 12 days to get there, 18 days, right? If it's a whole month.
If everything goes okay,
Right.
12 days, sure. The 12 days a day the research group has spent, but depends on your navigation checks and survival and other stuff, so who knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would we send a signal?
How would you spend what?
How would we send a signal once we have the star fragments?
Very good question.
And he turns back to the dwarf, and the dwarf puts out a stone. And now you guys see a stone that looks like a person's face, and it is a sending stone.
Next stone. Next stone.
Awesome, I have one.
He will give you guys a sending stone and say that this is specially designed just to talk with our guild. So if you send any signals, then we will be able to retrieve you.
All right. You wouldn't happen to just have a scroll, would you? Of sending?
You know what? As a DM, that probably have been a smarter idea. I was thinking of just a special sending stone that have been used for like a signaling only. But yeah, that is a smart idea.
I mean, technically, we have a cleric that can just.
No,
cast it.
that is a smart idea. Once you say it out in character, the horror goes like, that could save some money in our department. I'll remember that. And he takes back the sending stone and says that there may be something good ahead of you. Very good things. And next time when you roll reward with horror, if you do it at any time, you can do it so with advantage. Note that in somewhere, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the teacher's pet.
Whoa. Yeah. And I'll say that after that, horror will send out a few people, and you guys will receive one scroll of sending that can be used without chance of failure.
So we get 1 day to prepare?
No, you guys have total 30 days, and between...
No, I mean, like, before we jump in the teleporter.
Yeah, from now you have 30 days.
From now.
This
What time is it?
It's morning.
Oh.
8:05? Okay.
Yes, 8:05.
Down to the minute.
The imp says that...
Any more questions? Our clock is ticking. The star spraggables have legs and they run away.
Are you real?
One.
By the way, do you guys hear weird... A second, I think I hear a fire alarm going off. Let me check about what's going on outside and come back to you. Feel free to look
Good
watch
luck.
or whatnot. Be right back.
Good luck, have fun.
Unleash your Country Master skills.
None of you have happened to come across spell scrolls in your adventures, right?
I have two.
Technically, when we were arrested during that 6-month rest,
We found a lot.
I found so many freaking spell scrolls, but I didn't buy a single one of them. So I was like, this shit's junk. I don't need that crap.
Shit.
Well, we don't freaking read.
Think about the group dynamic last time.
Wait,
Whatever.
are you a wizard?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, no, it'll be in his bag of holding. If ever you takes it out in front of you, it'll be, he has a wizard spell book.
Yeah, Noni said that to talk to you about it, but I said that he might not ever show me it. So
Yeah, it's currently in his bag of holding. But let me see, I have details on it. I'll paste it in here, so you are aware. As a player, not as a character.
I would have said it aloud. So, do you, if you hit with this book? Oh my god!
That does
amazing.
more to my fist.
Yeah, I
That's
dropped
amazing.
3,000 gold on research for the book and research
Okay,
on my pack.
apparently just cleaning outside. Nothing to worry about. It was just the... it's just that I can't hear very well with this thing on, so... But yeah. Anyhow.
You could just go in with a pair of scissors and just cut the power cord.
But it doesn't bother you guys the background sound, right?
No, we can barely hear it.
Alright, book with Tarrasque, okay. Yes, it deals 1d8 damage. Okay.
It's amazing.
It's a pretty heavy book.
It is.
Yeah. I'll say that you use a strength modifier, so if you have 5 strengths, it deals 1d8 plus 5.
Okay. Yeah, you was not showing out the book. That was me as a player letting the wizard know of it so he can try to finesse as a character to see it.
And yeah. That is that.
I
so,
did ask out loud if anybody had spell scrolls, and does he show me them?
You will
Yeah.
be given...
Arma?
No.
Yeah, I'll take them out and show them to you.
Looking over them real quick. I know this one. Do you have a particular use for this one? And I'll talk about suggestion.
I can't cast spells. I just found them.
You just happen to have spell scrolls.
Well, they were on another person, but now they're mine.
Yes. Would you want a financial reward? I'm a group member. Would help me to have it. You can't use it.
I mean, if we're going to be part of the same group, you can have it.
Oh,
I can't. I literally don't have a use. Plus, I didn't pay anything for it, so.
But yes, if you roll any spells, scrolls, then it is very useful for a party wizard. So if you donate to
Yeah.
him, if I were you, I actually sell it so that like it kind of works out either way. It makes a win-win situation, but very generous of you. And with that, gain an inspiration for your kindness. Woo! Player-to-player kindness always should be.
Oh,
rewarded.
thank you.
Yes.
Aren't they broke?
What?
Or is it Rue who's broke?
Who's broke?
I'm broke.
Nobody's broke.
Are they?
I'm pretty broke.
Yeah. So there is the how
Did
to
you like
use your
roll
inspiration in
on the
chat.
table?
I wasted like 2/3 of my money on the table and got barely anything.
It's
You
very
have
gambling.
an addiction, my friend.
It was fun.
Yes.
But yeah, if we have a day to prepare, right?
The imp will say that
Now you have been sent off. You're nothing. I'll be going back to my business.
she's like,
Okay.
Alright.
Wait.
oh, the imp was
Did he
turning
leave?
transparent. He untransparent himself, and he looks a little bit grumpy. It's like, what?
How does one like you become a servant to someone else?
Yeah, you never answered if you were real or not.
Who said I'm a servant?
I mean, you're delivering his messages. Or her. I don't... Mr. Fuddle, right?
Well,
Yes.
you his servant? And points at Horrid.
He's paying me.
Yeah, so am I.
Just assume.
Business transaction.
Can we stop talking to this thing before I squish it?
What is your deal? Oh, stinky
We have an imp
clerics.
hanging around.
Ew.
Oh, you see
Yeah.
Sunny with the symbol of power.
This looks like drooling. I'm ready to smash it.
The imp flies away as it turns invisible. And the horror is
Interesting.
like, don't.
Alright, anxiety levels are coming down. I'm good. I can talk now.
And the horror is like, still representative of the client. Be business about it.
Okay.
Courteous.
Yeah. My business in crushing demons.
And a girl. Oh well, I will leave it up to you now. And
Well.
with a clasping and a disappointed dwarf
Hey,
walks away.
Boris, was there anything that didn't come across in that conversation but was in the paperwork that we should know?
He looks at you and says that I don't think so. As far as I could go.
Okay.
I mean, why
Can I
would
ins-
client lie to you?
I wasn't asking if the client would lie to me. Did he lie to us?
That sounds pretty similar to what I've heard.
Okay. Alright.
But you do see reason why they want to be a little careful. If the words of where the town is and what it is exactly about, it could attract some unwanted people to join as a competition. They have to be careful on who to select as a group.
Right.
Anyhow, be on your way. And the poor horror, walks out of the door with the loud banging on his back. And you guys are
Where's the
now-
teleportation circle?
That way. And he points to the.
Thank you.
Yes.
Taxi.
You guys are gonna leave right away? No preparation? You guys have 1,000 gold.
No, I just wanted to. No, I just want to know where it was before it walked away.
Alright. And yes, if you were to buy anything, this is a time when you can buy stuff from the player's handbook. You don't even need to talk to me if you want to. That's fine. We can do RP with that, buy and stuff like that. But
Are there any like fancy shops around here?
The town, I guess it's the first time for many people to visit town first. Let me find if there's a picture that I drew before. It is one of the port town where there is a very big tower, lighthouses on the sides of cliff, and yeah.
What's the town? It's called. What is the town called?
A second.
I probably have it in my notes somewhere, but
I have it in my notes too.
somewhere.
This town is called Haven.
Haven?
No. It's not Haven. This is not Haven.
What?
Haven
I
is
thought we
that
were
town
based
with a
out
bunch
of
of
Haven.
criminals.
Oh,
I thought we
that
were
sounds
based
like
out of Haven.
that sounds like a pretty pleasant place
That's
to
like
go
one of
to.
my
but-
very first cities I have noted in my notes.
Yep. Haven is where you're from, and there is a main branch of the Classic Monkey in Haven. But you guys are currently in New Istro, and Classic Monkey is the mercenary branch that is trying to get settled in New Istro.
Oh,
Could you
okay. I didn't-
Type that in Discord.
Cool.
Yes. And
Thank you.
let me see if I can dig up the old picture that I drew a long time ago for this town. If I can, great. If not, then whatever. But this
Personally,
is a
I think
port
this is
town,
going to be an
and
easy job.
there is a really big lighthouse on the one side, and there is two layers of walls that are surrounding the town, made out of wood and all of them are relatively new. In the center of the town, there is a well, as well as a shop that is growing every day. There is a Dallas general store in the very center. She sells ale with some pinkberry shroom that you guys visited before, and some gambling. And between the center of the town and to the lighthouse, there is a mayor's house in the middle. And there is a general basic services that can be found. There is a herbalist, there is the blacksmith, and there is a woodcarver, and there is a fisherman outside there providing small amounts of food. As well as the hunters, many of them that are going in and out of the town trying to feed sustain the town. And between the first and the second wall, there is a small port that have been set up. Although it's not that big, it's just a really tiny one. Most of the big ships have to be stopped very far away and use the smaller ships to bring in and out the people and the goods instead of embarking directly beside the town. And 5 common health potions. Yes, that is fine. You guys already divided up the 1,000 gold?
No, that was just from out of my pocket
Okay.
before the divide.
Sounds good, my
5,
friend.
6.
6 divided by 1,000, 166.
And,
You can
If you
divide it
want to
by.
divide it, that's something that you
and
guys
4
want to do.
people get 167.
You can divide it. I'm good on gold right now.
Okay, if you guys are dividing it, 167?
4 people get 167.
They can have my
You
shares.
get
So
166.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 200 each.
Ooh, generous. Hey, I found a picture that I drew very long ago that is pretty badly drawn. Anyhow.
Well, you said you have 1,000 left to your name.
Oh, now I do. After the 200 got distributed, I just spent 250, but then I just gained 200.
Because I'm good on gold, so you can divvy it up with the
So
other guys.
250 among 4.
Never seen people so generous before.
I have almost.
My duties is to my party and to Paylord.
I just can't cast magic.
Destroying 10-year-old girls.
Paylord, my party.
Anyway,
Any threat to those two things will cease to live or exist.
so if Wolfric and Sunny are not taking a part of that 1,000 gold, that divides it by 1, 2, 3, 4.
250.
250. So I just broke even on the health potions. I'm okay with that.
And I
See,
will
so
use that
Sunny
money
sees
to
you buying health
confiscate-
potions and he's kind of insulted. You see stay in the corner, you see a tear roll down his
Have I
eye.
done a sleight of hand check if Sunny was nearby?
You guys can
You see,
roll
like,
against
this
each other.
tear.
Like
Every
like
time he
so,
buys one.
Tell the shop owner, hey, I'm eating in the back alley.
You get something that is wrapped in like black bags. But yes, so feel free to buy anything. And if you want to buy something in character, that's also fine with me. There is a dwarf woman, Sala, who is owning the shop in the very center that is doing most of the trading. And there are also many other NPCs that have been prepared here too. And yes, you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. You said there have been other adventuring groups in the past that have gone out to the desert. Did I hear that incorrectly? I'm curious as if the shop owner would be able to give recommendations on what to buy, in case I don't think of anything.
Yeah, you can ask shop owner. If you want to ask Dala though, Dala won't actually know much about Dusty, at least. She won't have any idea as far as I go.
Okay.
Are you okay with barding on the spider?
The hell's a barding?
When you
Armor for
your
animals or mounts.
I thought we agreed to let you keep them out.
Yeah, that's why we're getting barding for it.
Barding is fine, although blacksmiths will take some time to prepare, but I'll say that you did that in your background time.
Yeah, I saw the 8 weeks I haven't spent yet. I totally forgot about it.
You were.
If you need any gold for that, I'll give you
I thought you
gold.
were helping someone?
Oh yeah, but I haven't done anything for myself.
No, but
I
you
helped
have to,
you.
If you were to help, that is a 1 week spend. That's why I
Yeah,
was
okay.
saying that you need to.
After.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're helping each other, that is a 1 week to keep boost of the other player. So.
We still had like 6 to 9 weeks. I forgot the exact amount. We still had 6 to 9 weeks we never actually spent.
Yeah, I still had 8 weeks left. I thought we were gonna do like the pits or whatever it's called, but I forgot to ask you about it. Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah, it was getting late. I didn't want to roll for it.
Yes. So, from one by one, can you guys tell me what you guys like to buy and prepare before you guys set up?
I would like to get a poisoner's kit if possible.
You should be able to buy it in time, yes.
Okay.
They're a harbor list, and you should be able to get some bits of it, although they look at you suspiciously. Why you need these poisoner's kit. But actually, local hunters would be wanting those too, so after seeing your bows and whatnot, they would be able to willing you.
Okay, I was just about to point to the bow and quiver on my back.
Yeah.
So
at the beginning, though, I was like, can I buy poisoner's kits? Like, dun 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 dun.
where would I find the amount for that?
Poisoner's kit
154.
is
154.
There you go.
154 gold.
Oh no, that's the page.
Oh. That was...
Where are those get us 50 GP?
Page 150 for adventuring gear.
Thank you.
And anyone else want to buy something?
I would have.
Sorry. You go first.
I would have spent 5 hours and 250 gold for 5 levels worth of spell scroll copying.
Okay. It just means that the group needs to wait until the midday today, but that's fine.
I mean, I thought we were spending the night.
Yeah, if you guys want to do that, that's an option.
I'm ready to go when you guys are.
Would I have been able to do that, like, in the cart?
You guys are not moving by the cart this time. You guys actually use the teleportation circle to get there.
Oh, can we teleport the spider and the carriage? Can I ride into the hallway and then we all go?
I believe teleport has a person limit.
It's only one more person.
In description, if you were to go there, it's an eldritch machine that functions as a teleportation circle, so it's not actually a teleport. So it's all good.
So it's up to Noni.
Yeah. You want to bring your cart there? Is that what you're hearing?
Yeah, I want to bring the spider and the carriage. We're
I mean,
gonna ride in all
a
pitched
creature.
out and then.
Would the spider be okay in the desert?
Well, are you gonna be okay in the desert?
I can adapt.
Spider will.
I don't build webs to eat.
Spider will be as okay as all of you guys will be, so that's fine. And cart, it will be bad. I can't think of anything. I mean, cart in
Carts can't drive in sand.
can or
Yeah.
cannot. Yeah, they can. Right?
Can. The Wild Wild West. It was
Egyptians
like-
use cart, and I don't see any reason.
Yeah,
why
that
you
was the
wouldn't be
one, like a
able to.
big problem. Like riding across cracked, arid land, like the wheels would just fall in.
That's why we're getting
I
all
think-
terrain tires.
Oh, right. The magical kind, right?
Nani, can
How
I
much
also...
water do we have?
Yes, Grammy?
Oh, go
How
ahead.
much water
As a
do we
cleric,
have?
can't you just create them?
Create water,
you?
yeah.
Oh,
I can create a crap ton of water and food.
But what if
40
you
pounds and like 20 gallons.
Also, do remember you can also type. If you guys want something, then you can all type. And once everyone is okay, we'll fast forward and start.
How much would like a kind of like a heavier duty tent be to protect, say, against sandstorms and stuff? A regular tent. You want me to just use the price as like a regular tent, which is 2 gold, but I mean it fits just 2 people.
I just remember that the Friday group also has desert and the tents, I guess.
I know. That's I'm kind of dipping in that a little bit.
Let me think. Here's my thinking though. I don't think any tents will do good in sandstorm. What do you think?
They
Well,
do. Being in a tent does a lot better than not being in a tent.
No, I mean you guys would be
Show us.
basically, like under a pile of sands after that thing, and you guys would suffocate. Like, yeah.
No,
Hey, Sonny.
Hmm.
Can you like, if someone were to get poisoned, are you able to heal the poison?
you know I don't have it prepared, but if they could wait a day, then yeah.
I can wait a day. Okay, I'm gonna get some antitoxin.
All right, antitoxin, and you lived in a desert. What's your experience? Did you live in sandy desert?
I've lived in a desert.
Is tents okay there?
I lived in a tent in the desert. It worked.
And there's a sandstorm?
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go. I'll say this: a regular tent will do that.
Oh,
It wasn't a regular tent though.
Okay.
It was like heavy duty tent.
All right. I'll say that if you double the price, then I'll say your tents will have no problem.
we also need cloaks.
That's what I keep asking. I need to go to the closed door.
She needs to get her shop on. Let's go, guys.
I know this
God.
girl is like, what the hell, dude? Can I leave you, please?
I was like a whole religion of people stormed across the desert. You know what I mean? And they didn't do it without a tent.
Definitely by,
I'm just throwing it out there.
Well,
I mean, they had a Messiah helping.
Well, you have
Yeah,
something,
no,
so-
We need to get one of those.
I'm right here, buddy. I'm right here.
The,
Yeah.
the heavy duty tent,
I'm here for you.
that would only fit 2 people.
In standard 5e, how much? do they fit?
Standard 5e, the tent is for 2 people.
can we
But if it's
deviate
like
and
an emergency, like, hey, a freaking sandstorm's coming, let's all clump together.
Yeah, I'll
can we
say
get like a
that's
Harry
reasonable.
Potter size one where it looks like it fits 2, but it fits all of us?
It's a magic one.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
that's
That only
Magic
makes
users
sense
got
for
that.
you guys, I think. Because if one
Hey,
tense breaks, all tense breaks. Technically.
Okay.
If you want to, I'll say that you can just adjust the price and the size accordingly. So I'll say that if you double the size of the number of the people who can sleep there, the price will double as well.
Alright, I'll spend 12 gold on a nice heavy duty tent that'll easily fit everybody.
Okay.
And I'll put that in the description. 12 gold heavy duty tent.
Let's see. D&D.
So everyone subtract 2, so it's even.
No, I got it. It's all good.
Okay. I also have a bag of holding in case yours ever get full.
Cool. Good to know.
I have one too, but it's already pretty much full.
Okay. So 12
What?
gold will be able to fit.
You have almost 500 pounds worth of material in a bag of holding already?
64 cubic feet.
465.
It'll take 6 people,
465
but
pounds.
I
How
don't
many
need a tent.
arrows did you buy?
if you want heavy duty, it will be 24 gold because
Alright.
yeah,
24
and
gold.
weight will be multiplied accordingly as well. I'll say that including heavy duty, probably heavy duty will increase the weight as well. So 24 gold you're gonna spend, right?
Yep.
So weight will be also multiplied by 12. So 240 pounds it will cost. And it is gigantic. Some of you will carry it.
Bag of holding. Let's
Or
go.
spider. A bag of holding, it will not fit.
The spider
Can I
might be maxed out with all of us.
Would it?
Yeah.
Could I then instead find like 2 12 gold heavy duty tents that'll fit 3 people each?
Let's not do 3 people each. Let's give a nice number of multiplier of 2. So
But the
2
nice
people,
number makes
4
it so we have to
people,
carry
8
it.
people, not like, yeah.
That's what's gonna get stolen.
Or 6 people, like, yeah. 2 multiplier, yeah. Yeah, so base 2.
Regardless, we've-
so, yeah.
We've bought heavy duty equipment. We don't need to delineate what kind of assortment it is.
How much for cloaks?
Cloaks, I believe there is travelers cloaks in 5e.
Yeah, it's 2 gold pieces. It just says traveler's clothes.
Yeah, I'll say
Okay,
that
then-
traveler's clothes, and I'll say that it is a traveler's clothes for desert, and I'll say that if just that price, if you're wearing that, then you would
Then-
be, you won't
I'll-
have any problems because of your clothing, and yeah.
I'll buy enough for the group.
I mean, I'm in wizard's
This
clothes.
girl
Is
was
that
gonna
light
buy me a
enough for the
couple of
desert?
them items because I need to make sure my face is protected and my little pointy ears is protected. So I need to buy 2 of them myself as well.
She needs to make sure it's fab.
Ruth
Um,
got some things she has to do, okay? I do
If
not
she
look
get-
this good.
Can we buy goggles?
I do want goggles too.
Actually,
I want these.
no,
Like
this would
this.
be up to you.
Yes.
But is there a way, and how much it would cost for me to get goggles of dark vision?
Oh, snap, yo!
Targeted items, I decided not to do them because I noticed that they're always players always want very small window items and they don't want none of the other ones.
Well,
So
it's a very large window item, potentially for whatever the hell's to come.
for special deals though,
cast-
if you really want it, we can make custom deals out of it. But let's talk it outside of campaign.
Cat. So, okay, we'll talk about that later then.
And
But I would
yes,
like to buy herb,
just a regular herb.
like herbs for the poisons. Like I need to buy roots, poisonous flowers, things like that, things to make poisons with. I need to buy the mats, technically.
Yep, I'll say that you can convert your gold into materials for poison.
I had
Although-
how much gold would each material cost then?
Although do know that to make poison you need a recipe, and you do not currently have any recipes. But I guess
That's
it
where I was
makes...
getting to next.
Yeah,
was-
it
'cause I was
makes
gonna
sense
go
for your
ask
background
around.
that you have some toxin. I'll say you remember the one that wolves were using, the one that drops your movement speed.
Okay.
I'll say that you should be able to craft that one because that's reasonable. But
Yeah.
other ones we may need to talk about it, and that we will talk outside of campaign.
Okay. So I can't just like find it in your herbalist shop, like a book of poisons that I can buy and like read up on. Or is that not a thing?
I guess that could be a thing. We'll talk about it, and next time when you have weeks, or even before that, let's talk in details. I think it will take some time for me to think about collecting my thoughts. So
Okay. Cool.
yeah, that might
Just so you know,
Okay.
to use the tools, it's still basically the same as buying gear. It's a downtime thing.
And what now? I'm sorry, I was typing out the chat. Can you repeat that, Ewan? Okay, I cut off. I know I disconnected. Hello?
Oh,
Discord's fucking up.
bad.
Hard fucking up. But hopefully typing should be up and people will be... I see some black images for some people, so I think we will try some more. Okay, I think we need to rejoin the chat. So I'm gonna type everyone rejoin. So everyone leave. If everyone left, then I'm gonna start a call. So don't join. Leave,
I can't.
leave.
Okay, there we go. Hold on, let me leave.
Don't come back! I'm gonna start the call. Leave. Get out of here.
No, we're back to U.S. West. So,
Whee!
European friend may have issues.
Well.
I'm just gonna say that right off the bat in case, you know.
Wait, what just happened? But yes, it seems like our European friend has an internet problem, but we will see. we will see. I think is at the tolerable level still at the moment. So yeah, that's a feedback. Thank you. But yes, so Disguise Kit, you can buy it. Yes. Deduct the same amount of gold it is in the player's handbook. You're fine. And anyone else who want to buy any desert gears or something related?
I want goggles.
Just a regular goggle?
The goggles are keeping sand out of eye.
Yes.
Don't turtles have special eyelids for that?
I'm not trying to put them to the test.
I don't blame you.
One of
You
you
double wrap
try
it, right?
1d10, 1d20 luck.
No.
Damn.
You hear that it is not really in demand in the local legion. However, you should be able to get it if you wait for a few days and people to craft it. There's a glassmith in the neighboring town, and it will take a few days for them to get it. And if you were to do so, roll 1d4. You need to wait that much days. You'll need to wait 4 days.
Ooh.
Yeah, nope.
Oh no. But goggles. Alright, anything else?
I think we should be okay if we all have. I bought everybody traveling gear, so.
Alright, now everyone is wearing thick traveler's clothing? Question mark? Yes?
Yeah,
Mhm.
traveler's gear.
Can I
Yeah.
wear that over top of like my breastplate and such? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
However, do you know that wearing heavy armor, especially metal and metal,
That's-
is not generally a good idea?
Well, it's whatever medium armor I have. It's not breastplate.
Yeah.
No, breastplate's
Breastplate.
Yeah.
No, I'm just looking at the rules. Heavy and medium armor may have problem. Just saying. Just saying. Throwing out there.
But Did you say medium armor was gonna have problems or not? I missed that.
Medium and
Definitely
heavy.
gonna have- Medium and heavy are gonna have. Fuck it.
May have a problem.
It'll buff out.
It'll bump out.
We'll find out.
But yes, if all of you guys have bought all the healing items, all the environmental items, and whatnot, you guys decided not to wait for goggles to arrive, and decided to set off journey to the sea, where there's endless sands.
Do we secure like mounts to go through, or
Are you going to get mounts? You can buy mounts.
are we getting camels?
We can get them there.
Are we not bringing Spider in a carriage?
Well, if he wants his own mount, he has his own mount.
Okay, and
Okay, how about... Sorry.
it's fine. Go ahead. We need to resolve everything that everyone wanted to before we go on.
If you really want to bring the cart, we can just spend the time it takes to get there.
Why don't we just buy a cart when we teleport over there?
That could also work.
And also, I have a big fucking tent, so we definitely need a cart.
I'm still gonna bring the spider and carriage just in case there is no, there's like a cart drought. Cart manufacturing took a hit this year. I don't know. As long as we don't get dropped from 75 feet in the sky again, I think we'll be all right.
That happened?
Yeah, well, of course.
Oh, of course.
It's D&D. Everything happens that way. What? Have you
Nice.
been dropped from 100-foot rope dangling from a stalactite?
Yep, your face is missing, but what can we do? So, if
Bad day.
everyone is done, we can move to the new town.
Let's
Yeah.
travel.
Yeah. If
Well,
all
yes,
of you
but technically
guys
not.
were to, if all of you guys were to go back to the place where you guys know the teleportation happens, four people who haven't visited this place before, you guys see that there is weird-looking machinery. It is definitely not a teleportation circle, but it seems to be making weird noises, and you can see a lot of wobbling in terms of how they're working. And as you guys are walking in, you see a little, oh, not little, I guess. She's grown up. You see Ari, who is in charge of the shopkeeping and as well as the teleportation in this branch. And she sees that, so, all of you are going to desert, hey? Good luck. And all of you guys are walking with a spider and the cart, and some of you are carrying a giant... Actually, who is carrying that tent and how?
I'm assuming it's on the carriage.
Okay.
Wait, I didn't think we had one. I thought we were waiting.
What's your
Oh, no, I'm
spider's-
bringing it.
What's your spider's
Oh,
carry
okay.
weight?
Oh man, alright, I'll be...
Having to look this up to be...
I believe I
enough
have
to carry you.
but I want to make sure. Yeah, but its pulling weight is a lot higher than it.
That reminds
Carry.
me, I do know that not all of you have the carry weight done properly in the inventory, so if you haven't done it, spend some time to do it at some point. But I'm sure that none of you are overcumbered at the moment, but yeah, I'll be checking time to time and remind you guys. So.
How do we find out what our limit is?
Your limit is
I'll
your
tell you.
strengths multiplied by 15, and it will tell you if you're going over the number. So if you have 10 strengths, you can carry up to 150 pounds, because 10 multiplied by 15.
And what's the weight
And that's
limit for
and there's no like sections of it.
If
Like,
you're small
if you're
creatures or
40%.
large creatures, it changes, but if you're a medium creature, nothing changes. Actually, if you're tiny or medium, yeah. If you're tiny,
So
or,
you're fine as long as you're under. There's no like 40%. You have this kind of
yeah,
advantage,
only-
disadvantage.
There's only overcumbered rule. There's no undercumbered.
Okay.
Yeah. But yes.
I mean, I have a basically empty bag of holding in case anyone's getting heavy.
Yep. If you have bag of holdings, you can just mark it off as bag of holding and don't have weight written for those ones, or you can just have overcumbered show up and just don't care about it. I actually prefer that way because I do that in my character. I just minus 500 pound from your total weight, and just do that with the most of the stuff.
If it
But-
fits.
Yeah, but still do the weight, and yes, if it fits.
Yeah, so Nani, what I did was, in essence, on some of my items that I want in the bag of holding, I just put a parentheses within the weight. And so my total weight's down, but I can just add up the parentheses weight to see what's in the bag of holding.
Hmm. That does work.
So when you look at my sheet, that's why. The only thing that's in parentheses that's outside of the bag of holding is the, the fucking giant tent that I'm trying to carry and put in the, into the carriage.
Yes.
Well, he
While
can.
they're While they're trying to fit the thing into the machine, can I cast Identify on it?
Actually, I'm curious about something.
Yes, you can. If you were to ritualize it, it will take 10 minutes, but not a big deal. And if you were to do so...
I mean, I have to cast it as a ritual?
Yeah. Oh, you just want to cast it? You can regularly cast
Yeah,
it.
just regular cast.
Alright.
Spell slot.
If you were to... But it's a spell slot! But yes, if you were to cast it regularly, you would know that this is...
Oh, wait, no. I didn't have it prepared. Sorry. I thought I had it prepared.
Can you cast it as a ritual if you don't have it prepared?
He can, actually.
I do, but I'm not wasting 10 minutes. Whatever. Let's go.
It'll be for revity's sake. He'll advance you to 10 minutes. Like...
Yeah.
But what if it's, like, urgent?
We have
What
to
if
wait
you
the
can-
entire 10 minutes.
It won't be urgent. I'm willing to give information.
Okay.
Just cast the damn ritual.
Yes. If you were to identify it, this is some sort of a weird technology machine. You do know that this thing is barely magical. It is some advanced technological stuff, and you do know that there are some... how do you say? What was it? You do know that some of the other ancient races, or some of the races that are not very well known, such as the penguin ones, have extremely advanced science, so that they can create devices that are non-magical that acts in a magical way in many different things. And you do know that this is one of those kinds, and people commonly refer to it as the Eldritch Machine.
Mm-hmm.
And this one will be acting in a very similar way as a teleport, although this thing just requires some inputs about what directions on few descriptions, similar as a teleport, to teleport the people in the circle in the machine to the target location.
So the spider can't pull a carriage
Okay.
because he can only push, drag, lift 720 pounds. I don't know if that transfers
is that
to wield.
I mean, what's the stat for a horse?
It's a lot less.
Yeah, his spider is super buffed up considering the Sunny's week. He got the buffest spider that he could find in the market.
Okay, so maybe no carriage and just Sunny. Good luck, guys.
So no carriage you're gonna get? Okay, then you can refund the gold that you spent on the carriage and whatnot. But yes, you guys are carrying, and you guys all, if you guys all enter the machine, you guys see the flashing light that engulfs your vision, and with that, you guys will appear. And one of you, roll 1d100 for me.
I'll do it, I guess.
I got it.
Maybe the odds will be ever in your favor.
I mean, if we're going... Which one do you want to go with?
The first one, a number that I go with usually, and I see 88. Oh my god, you guys are very good. As the light falls on, you and Sunny, you guys have trauma of falling from the many hundred feet air on the ground and severely being injured on the landing. But this time, as you're embracing yourself with impact, you guys notices that you are now standing on the desert town in the middle, and you see the few of the gray-robed travelers walking around, actually brown-robed travelers, a little bit white-colored, and the buildings surrounding are mainly made of sands, and the hard sands. And in the center of the town, there is a little well. As a few of the people looks up to you as with a shining light, all of you guys enter in the middle of the town and grabs attention. And few of the guards rushes towards your directions, as you guys all appear and it's like, "Where do you come from? What are you?" As few of them.
I am the great Houdini!
I instantly smacked the back of Sunny's head.
I'm on a large spider. You gonna jump up here?
Yes, I will. What do I have to do?
Ugh.
Can I
Flavor
like
wise,
ninja my way up that?
Flavor wise, you can attempt to, and Sunny, you can dictate how it will go.
Oh, I'm gonna give him 3 strikes. I'm gonna call this strike 2. Third strike, he gets fed to the spider.
He goes and smack it, and Sunny just speak out 2.
Does an 18 get me up there? Does an 18 get me up there to smack the back of his head?
I think Sunny's okay with it, but he's just giving you strikes.
Yeah.
And you don't know what that 2 means, but you think it has a bad annotations to it. And
I scold him very heavily. No, we are not trying to get in jail.
And 3 of the guards who are currently covering up their majority of their faces and the skins, still pointing spears at them. You see a little bit of a light golden colored fur, kind of like spiking out. You would notice that it's similar to what you've seen from Wolfric, although colors is different. And does any of you want to answer these guards, or there's 3 guards
I will.
with a medium armor? Yes.
I tell them we were contracted by the Clasping Monkey to deal with to gather some items that are around your town.
Too much information.
I have something to say, unless anyone's gonna. We're just looking for a research party that may or may not be in the area.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
This is not gonna go well.
Why are you jinxing yourself?
Because it almost went really bad.
Let's see.
But
I mean, it's not that bad.
It's not a nat 1.
yeah.
Actually, like, yeah. You guys seem to be peaceful enough as all of you guys drop. None of you guys drew weapon at the moment, I believe, and some of you have a giant tent that's hanging around on your shoulder, used shoulder, right now.
Well, it's in the cart if we have the cart.
Apparently, Sunny couldn't get cart.
Okay.
The spider can't pull the cart and carry him at the same time.
Got it.
And a few of the people say that, I think there was a research group that had passed through the town. Oh, sorry, we never had that happen before. And points at the ground where you guys landed. There's like a weird magical marks under your ground, and blown up the sands away from the place that you guys are standing.
I'll prestidigitate it away.
It was
Make
just
it clean.
dirt rock ground with like sands cover on it. So if you were to do it, it would probably hold not much effect because it's ground. But yes, you would cover it up a little bit with your magic. Okay, and he pulls out all of them pulls out their spears and say.
Did you roll their attitude chart?
No.
No.
No, I rolled and then I thought I probably shouldn't be rolling for this. I'm trying to find my note. Give me a second. I swear that there was a name of the town that I typed in a while ago, and I can't find it.
Blue gem?
Yes. Oh my god, thank you. All of them puts down their spear back and says that, welcome to Blue Gem. If you need any player to stay, or are you gonna stay in the tent? Points at the tent that you're.
Ooh.
Place
How
to
much?
stay would be nice.
Well, if you're
How much?
trying to stay at the inn is there. And he points at the one of the building that doesn't even have a title. It just seems to be a relatively bigger size house. I know that he was generally giving all the outsiders room to stay.
I quite enjoy the feeling of a bed to my back. I'm gonna go to the inn.
I follow. I want to go to the end.
Don't we
Was
have
there
like
like a-
12 days of traveling to do?
Yeah,
Are
and
we
was there
immediately
noticeable-
going to bed?
This is morning of the second day, and you guys are free to do whatever. But you can head to the inn if you want to.
I thought we were still on the same day we took the job. Did we sleep?
That was my impression. I thought you guys wanted to spend the day.
I thought we just shopped at the town and then went straight to the teleporter.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what
we
thought.
mentioned that we could stay tonight, though.
You guys.
Yeah, I
did
asked
mention,
because I
but
did. I asked because I didn't know if the mission started right now or tomorrow.
You guys did mention.
We had 30 days.
If you guys want to, you can start in the middle of the day instead. Would you like to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say that it will be around 1 p.m. in the day. The sun
There's
is at
no
the peak.
time difference if travel.
It's teleportation.
Travel
Yeah,
like
but it's not on a
Eastern
different.
Standard
It's
Time.
not on like a
Oh,
Different
continent
time
apart.
Daylight savings.
Why don't you
Time
roll
zone.
Arcana?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're 24 hours ahead. Or
No.
behind.
You do know that time flows differently, depends on legions, but generally they share the similar times. And some places time flows differently, but generally it depends on the days it goes up by. And because of the weird time flowing and it changes over the course of period, you do know that there are no countries that were successful at developing calendars yet.
Okay.
So when the imp said 1 month, he didn't know what he was talking about. We have all the time in the world.
1 month means that no calendar. 1 month means 30 days, and it doesn't mean the seasonal changes because the months are generally
I'm good. I understand.
months are generally grouped with the seasonal changes in regular world, but this world is just 30 days, and no, it is not tied with the specific seasons and whatnot.
Yep, I'm on board with you. I think we got a limited amount of time.
By the end of June, what's in June?
Well, let's get started, I guess.
Yes.
I asked the guards, where can we buy
Goggles.
mounts and goggles?
The stuff you have on your face.
He pulls out the mask that he's wearing, and you see a face of the fox. Seems to be like a red with the little white furs. It's a desert fox.
So they would need goggles, is what you're saying.
They are not wearing goggles at the moment, but they are wearing masks. But they pulls out their hood and looks at you and says that, well, if you want to buy one of these hoods, then there is a shop over there that sells desert clothing.
Fantastic. Maybe they'll have a smaller tent.
You can buy smaller tents if you want to. But yes, now you know that there is a inn-like building where the outsiders used to stay, and you also know that there is a building that sells the traditional clothing for these people. And he says that, well, don't cause any trouble. Certainly. And he looks at the number of the people and says that, well, I hope you find what you're looking for here. Okay. If no one is asking questions, they're gonna pull up the mask and they're gonna resume their duty.
I asked about mounts.
Yep. He would also point you in the direction too, and then you will see that on the sides there is a place where there are a bunch of camels.
Ooh, camels.
Okay, I make my way over there.
We're also looking for information to help us with our mission then while we're here. The sooner we complete our mission, the sooner we'll be out of your hair.
Didn't
a research group was attacked recently, at some point in time. Have you heard about it?
He shakes his head and says that we do know that one passed through a few months ago, but we haven't heard anything from them. Not a few months, a few weeks ago. Yeah.
Okay.
After they
You know
left,
the direction they
haven't
left?
came up.
The direction they left. Do you at least know that?
There were multiple groups. I don't know which one you're
son of a
talking about, but all of them in general was heading to, I believe, south, but I wasn't really looking at them. I just saw a bunch of people moving out on the night.
Alright. Shit. Do I have any? I give him a gold for his trouble. And for the
No, it's
information.
fine. I'm just doing my job. Just don't cause any trouble here.
I walk over to the camel store.
Yes. And you should be able to purchase the camel in any prices, and you see a very tiny old fox there. And it says that,
Welcome. Are you here to buy?
Yes, I need to procure enough I need to procure 5 camels.
5 camels. Let's see.
Of course, you can buy them.
For... Oh my god. Anyone has a player's handbook pricing for the camel right now?
I just closed my PDF for Player's Handbook.
Yeah, I have it open. Hold on.
Why does books always have to be...
Is it 50?
1 second. Control F, camel.
It's 50 GP, I think.
Yep, 50 gold.
Sounds about right.
They're at 5, that's, what, 250 gold.
Yeah. He looks at you and says that with 100 gold each. So it'll be 500 gold.
Dang.
I look at him. I cock my head to the side. Now, sir, that sounds a little too pricey.
No, but
Or
look at
what
him.
you're asking.
Look at the Ronnie, and he like kind of puts the touches his how do you say bulge part of the camel, and he kind of does on
The hump.
and say hump. Yes. He touches humps and is like, Ronnie, I have spent so many hours and days and years with Ronnie. I would hate to depart with them, but
Well, do you have like any like younger sickly ones? Because like these are elves. Like, they don't.
If you want to
What?
buy sickly ones, I can give you for 50 gold. There are some that are reaching the end of their life.
What am I rolling to check the hardiness of this beast?
Hardiness of this beast.
What am I checking?
Animal handling, then I'll say that I'll give you a general approximation of their health. Alright. Are you checking the Ronnie, the one that he mentioned?
Yes,
in
I'm checking
study?
Ronnie.
Okay. Oh my god. Roni is actually pretty healthy compared to the horses that you have meet. Let me check the horse status first.
I don't think horses can traverse the desert, though.
I know.
He
but,
left fence up,
in
right?
in like similarities, you notice that this one is generally more sturdier than the horse, and among compared to the other camels, the Ronnie seems to be in a pretty good standing. And in terms of the hit points rolling, if you were to roll any, then they would have. I'll say that you would get the higher roll. I'll give you some mechanics to improve your rolls on the hit points roll. If you buy for 100 gold. If you buy for 50 though, if you he points at the group of camels on the side. It's like, yeah, these are end of their days. They're wise ones. They're good ones. But if you want to buy them, they work too. And those will cost 50 gold, and if you were to buy them, then I'm gonna give some negativity towards your hit points.
So he literally only has one healthy animal.
There's group of camels that are healthy, and there's group of camels that are unhealthy.
Is it like a middle range?
Middle range will still cost 100 gold though. He's talking about this specific camel that he's inspecting. That one camel will have a good one. The 50 gold camels, all of them will have bad ones. Regular ones, they'll be regulars.
And you said what? How much for all 5 healthy camel?
5 healthy, I'll say 100 gold. 500 total.
Is there a rental rate?
Yes, I was actually gonna. Is there? We don't want to buy them straight up. We won't want to relieve you of. And I gesture towards Ronnie. Your pride and joy of this shop. I don't want to relieve you of him. I just want to borrow him for a couple of days. Do you have a rental price?
Well, that depends. Where are you going with them?
Price.
If you were leaving the town, I don't know I will be feeling safe with renting out the camels.
Will he buy him back?
He's in really good hands, and
If I'm the shop owner and hears that, I'm like, no. But since this is D&D, you can roll with disadvantage with -5 on persuasion.
Okay, I'm gonna ask this out. Do you guys want me to intimidate this old bastard or no?
Whoa, we should be.
Are we there?
I'm not there.
No,
if
I'm
your
asking-
characters want
Yeah,
to
is
be here,
anybody
you
with
can
you?
be here. If any of you guys want to be
out
here.
of context. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm asking out of context if you want me to intimidate this bastard to get a lower price.
I can just tell him to give us a better price tomorrow. Just give me the time to learn suggestion.
You have
we
no
don't have that
suggestion.
time.
You have it prepared in your book. It is copied into your book.
Oh, I did it already?
Yeah, that's why it's the middle of the day, because you would send 5 hours.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
Okay. So I would have had it prepared then instead of some other stuff. Yeah. If you want, I could just tell him to give us a better price.
Sure. Preparing is a little different, I think, but it's fine. I don't hate it.
What do you mean it's different?
To prepare, did you have to do any short rest or long rest? I don't remember for wizard at the moment.
No, it's just that I didn't know if I added it to my spell list, but I didn't know that you said I learned it.
You have it in your book for sure. But yeah, preparation I don't.
Okay.
But I mean, if you want to do a suggestion from your spell book and just have it prepared, I'm not sure. Okay. So.
Suggest he
Well, I'll
lowers the
ask-
price to 50 gold per instead of 100.
Is that what you want to do? Everyone okay with this?
Play for free.
It's either free. Free is always great. It's either that or eat this bastard alive.
I mean, they all tried to give us the worst price, but
And then Sunny leaves.
maybe he deserves something.
10 gold.
I don't know. I mean, 50 would be fine because that's a fair price for a camel.
And
If you want to try to save money, you can say less than that. It's whatever you want. I honestly couldn't care too much.
I'm just not okay with spending 400 gold on a camel that I'm probably gonna die.
So. Or you casting spell. If you do, then do it. Yeah.
yeah,
Suggest.
I'll cast suggestion and tell him these camels look more like 50 gold, wouldn't you say? I suggest you say yes.
You have to make a wisdom saving throw. Yes.
And I will use a 3rd level spell slot to make it a 17 DC.
Ooh.
You want to sell these camels.
Dang.
Yeah, Jedi's mind trick. Oh my
Does
god.
make the saving throw and
Oh,
says that,
okay.
of course not. These are hard-armed camels. They are healthy and sturdy and strong. It surely deserves 100 gold that it deserves. And
I tell him 75 gold.
roll persuasion.
Oh fucking hell, guys! I'm good at these.
And this is his persuasion.
God damn it!
He tell you, I don't
Evenly
know. I mean, the gold is nice, but 75 gold. How about we meet at the middle on 85 gold?
Deal, just give me the goddamn camels, please.
Alright. You can take out 85 gold per camel. And one of the camel that you were gonna get, you can roll health for it instead of taking average. And you can do it so with the minimum of the average. So camel has a 2d10 plus 4. So roll 2d10 for your camel. Other camels will have regular health, which is 15.
Hold on,
Yeah.
I was doing math. So that's
So
425.
while you're doing that, Eowyn, you notice as a people seems to be scared of you. And as you're going closer to it, they actually closes the door on you and say, I know nothing. As soon as you're asking about research groups and sometimes like, I don't know anything. Why do you ask? And people seem to be acting a little bit weird.
Who is it? Everyone? I'm asking.
Few people you have asked that they seem to have a similar problem.
And they just like move away as fast as possible, not sticking around.
You would get the feeling that they are frightened with your insight 20. You have seen this type of experience when there was bandits or thieves that were generally ruling over the town, and people didn't want to talk about them.
Can I attempt to that's weird.
And whoever wants to be with whoever can be in anywhere. So those are things.
Can I try and I don't know who I'm talking to at this point, but like can I try and like calm down whichever most recent person after I realize everyone's starting to be scared?
Yep, there will be a person who was pulling over the cart over a bunch of desert cactus fruits. And that's the person that you were talking with the last. And he is also a little fox as well, and he has a mask on. And you would have stopped over and asked him with research group, and he had mentioned that I don't know anything about that. Absolutely not. I don't want any trouble.
Trouble. I didn't mention any trouble. I just asked if you knew anything.
I'm
about
just saying that I just don't want any trouble. I know nothing about those research groups.
You're acting kind of odd for somebody who doesn't know anything.
I think I just better. Oh well, I have fruits to sell, so if you excuse me, I'll be on the way. And he hastily tried to turn away from the cart and try to like walk away casually in a fast pace.
I'd like to buy some fruit, actually.
Roll persuasion.
Yo, give me some fruit.
Are you trying to intimidate him?
No. I just rolled very badly.
Okay. Oh.
Damn.
Oh. Okay. The guy quickly exits it to the direction. I guess it's toward the town center that you guys were originally placing it, and yeah. Although you probably see that there's like the shops set up in the center of the town where they would have like stalls where in the desert they would have like fruits under there, and you notice that you probably have stalls in the area.
but I can assume I'd get a general same reaction from anyone else I talk to.
Yes.
What outside of the shops? What else is here in the town?
In the center of the town, there is a well, and surrounding there are a bunch of stalls. And in the middle, there is a mark that you guys left in the center. Maybe I should just try for you guys. Maybe that's easier to visualize. Phew, empty map. Woo. This is
Wait, did we land in the middle of the town?
You landed in what?
Did we land in the middle of the town?
Yes. That's why the guards were immediately approaching you guys.
I thought it was outside of it for some reason.
Yeah. So there is a well in the very center, and surrounding it there are multiple stores. It should be something. Seems to be some sort of bazaar or marketplace set up in the center of the town, and a well in the very center. And the location that you guys have entered would be here.
Alright.
And on one side there is a building that the guard had mentioned that there is a place where the adventurers would stay on. There's an inn. Ahaha! Behold my horrible arts! But yes. And on the other side, there is places you guys bought horses, and as well as the place that you guys were buying clothings. And a bunch of the other houses around the town too. They're smaller than the regular, but they're just scattered around. If you were to look, there would be not many actual people living in this town. Probably less than 100 or around that amount of population. Note that this is not the exact scale, but yeah.
I'm returning to the group with the camels I bought.
Alright.
I want to pay my share for the camels. Whatever that is, I forgot.
85, I think.
Yeah.
Alright. Everyone have any questions about what they are and where they are?
Do you have 85?
2d10 is for the health, and you rolled 8. Okay. I'll say that you have 8 additional health on top of the camel, and your camel has 23 health.
23 health, okay.
I forgot I had inspiration.
Oh yeah, you had inspiration. Yeah. But yes, there are some of the merchants that won't go there, and they did mention that the guards, the bunch of the other travelers, generally went in the direction towards south. That's part of the excavation. And Rue, let's go back and Rue. What clothing are you buying? If you were to, you're buying clothing, right?
I went to the funky market to look at what was going on there and the clothes that they were wearing, aside from the traveler's clothes that I'm currently wearing now. And I walk up to the shopkeep and ask her, am I dressed okay for this area? Is there anything that you would think I would need?
Ah, that's a hard question. Actually, the shopkeep will try to sell as best as she can in the first place. Give me persuasion check and let's see.
Come on, roll something good for
You'll
one.
be advantaged because you want to sell you stuff. And the shopkeeper is like, ah, yes, sweetie, yes. Your general thing seems to be relatively well prepared, and you just need to. Let's see. Well, I would say that if you want to, you could probably replace your clothing with ours. You'd definitely be more blending in with the desert. But majorly, the problem would be your boots, definitely. How about these? And she brings a boots that is suited for the desert terrain. I'll say that if you do wear it, then the severity of the desert will be no longer. I'll say that regular desert terrain will not be difficult for you if it is sandy.
How much are your fancy boots that you say mine won't do?
And this old fox lady smiles and says that, just 25 gold.
And you say that I need to have these in the desert because my boots aren't good enough?
Absolutely. Well,
why?
Better than these. You see, and she shows at the bottom of the boots, and she explains, go on for a few minutes about explaining the science of the traditional designs of the. What was it? What was that name? Oh my god. These folks people that I forgot the name of the race of. Yes, and Purpin, yes. She would explain the legendary science of the Purpin people as they adapted into the climate, as they were made in the toes of the camels, along with the foxes' feet and all the good stuffs, and you would think that it would better fit for you.
Do I need special socks, or do I need any socks? Because I don't wear socks with these ones.
No, not socks. You just wear it. You look beautiful on you too.
Are you? How heavy are they? Are you absolutely sure I need them? There's nothing else that I need. I just need these fancy boots that have some fancy science built into them. Nothing else. You're quite positive that's it.
I say weight-wise, it will be a pound. Is it too heavy for it? I don't know. I actually have no idea. I'll say it will be 2 pounds.
Oh shoot. Okay.
The thing is, they don't need goggles, right? Because they being fox. And
right.
They have the mask, but your traveler's clothes would have come with those type of thing, with the hood. So you'd be fine with the desert wind if as long as you're wearing those clothes. So I really can't think of anything that the shop can offer. Although you can ask them if they would do any special stuff for you. Is there anything as a player that you want?
No, not right now. I lived in the desert, so I'm okay with just wearing what I have. I just want to make sure that I'm okay for your desert. On the boots for now.
Yeah. So, what do you think? Why don't you try it on? Maybe you'll like it more.
Rue steps in one foot, the left one specifically. I walk around.
Yep.
They don't really do much different. I think I'll pass. I'll just wait.
Oh, okay. But next time when you change or if sand's going to your boots, then do remember to come back.
I will. Thank you. Thank you very much. I leave the shop and go find some of my friends and tell them that this lady's crazy and is going to try and sell them some expensive boots. Don't go buy that crazy lady's boots.
Oh no.
If you want, but they're expensive.
How much
I don't know if y'all want to carry your other boots or leave them.
How much for the boot?
50 gold.
25 gold.
Oh,
25
I lied. 25. See, I'm already hiking the price up.
I mean, her in character can say 50 to make you guys not go to the shop.
I mean, I'm assuming I reconvened with everybody, right?
Yes, all
with
of you guys are together. If you guys
with my
to.
horde of camels behind me on tether. I start handing them out like party favors. You get a camel. You get a camel.
Hey,
you get a camel.
thanks
You
for
get
the
a camel.
camel.
Oh, I get all the camels. Thank you.
Just go around and give everybody except for Sunny a camel.
And Sunny, you notices that this wolf guy who just banged you on the head, you're the only one who's excluded from getting the camel. And I think Sunny is Sunny alive?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, your video is frozen, so we can't actually tell. In my video, you're just doing like this and just motionless.
Oh, no, I'm here.
Yeah.
I would believe it if you had like some sort of a health condition and lost consciousness there. I'll say reconnect your videos and we'll have you back.
Yeah. I was trying to find that picture from Vietnam.
Alright. Yeah, you notice is that you're the only one who ever received a camel.
It's okay.
Okay. Being a very adult, he doesn't show and does not feel any guilt. But yes, all of you guys...
I look at Sunny and tell him, we didn't have a mount. You have a spider thing. So that's why I didn't get you a camel.
Isn't that right, Mr. Spider? No, one leg come up. Yeah.
I need to see an animal handling check for that one because I hardly believe you taught your spider that.
No, I'll say
You're well trained.
that's very possible. For animals, I'll say that your pets or your mouse, you can do almost anything that you want with your mouse. But yes, all of you or reconvene together, what do you guys like to do? Which leads?
I want to explain what I experienced. And just explain that not everyone, but a lot of people here who I've asked about the researchers seemed very apprehensive and would avoid answering the question. And there's even a shopkeeper who completely ran away from the sale just to get out of there. So I think this might be a little bit bigger than what we would believe.
Everyone talks at a pub.
Very loudly, so everyone can hear.
You can find the open space where no one is nearby. This is a desert. It's pretty easy to find a place like that. You guys are fine.
Is there any shopkeepers or like... Oh, what the hell is the word? Is there anybody that owns this marketplace? Are there any marketplace people
There
around?
are lots of people who are trying to sell stuffs in the center of the town. All the things that are here are like stalls. They're mundane goods. So you see that some of them are selling vegetables, some of them are selling meats that have been hunted, and some of them are selling some of the fried insect that can be found in the desert. Monster meats.
I walk over to the one selling a bunch of meats and stuff.
Okay. You see a bulky folks with the mask and all the shebangs and chopping up a few of the meats that he has, and he sees there's like fresh meat, good for you.
I would just ask him. We're about to head out of town. Do you have any dry meats prepared, or?
Oh yeah, you want some dried meat? Second. And he pulls out a box from the bottom and puts it in front of it, and there will be plenty of the dried rations you should be able to purchase here.
Okay, so while I'm combing through the rations and stuff, I just casually talking to shit with him, and I ask him, so what is going on with these research groups? Like, I haven't seen too many people. Where'd they all go? As I'm still combing through his stuff and looking, I pull out a couple of the rations and put them on the pile and start just...
You say that, boy, you must be new to the town. They're making some bad businesses here. I don't, well, a few of Dave's, oh my god, god damn it, my mouse. You shouldn't be poking around too much. There are some of them living in here, and he looks around and says that we're, kind of lousy about what they do.
I nod in my head, don't say anything, trying to not draw any suspicion to the shopkeeper. I'm looking around. Do I see anybody noticing my transaction, like shady folk?
Roll perception. with advantage. On the corner, you would notice that from a few of the buildings, there are a few of the people like hiding and looking at you with their eyes peeked out, and you can see that their part of the heads peeking out and eyes, and you would see that there are a few of them on top of few buildings, looking at your direction. You're being watched.
I smile at the shopkeep and I just hand him 50 gold and I take my pile of rations and like and
Want to buy a whole thing or something? And he give you a box of ration. The ration, add 100 rations to your inventory.
oh lord, how much to ration?
That's a shit ton of
It
weight.
is a 200 pound.
Oh wow.
No, fuck that. I'll take 30 rations and still give him the 50 gold.
Oh well, okay, well, if you want more, come back. You're my best customer today. Shop is closed, and he closes the box and he leaves on the happy gold pockets.
I point out something in the back of his tent and I say, what is that over there? As I walk behind the counter and kind of inspect just a random piece of meat on his tent or like thing. Did I break line of sight with the eyes that are watching me?
They're still watching you, and you will know that some of them are actually watching the other people too. So,
okay, then still smiling, I shake the shopkeep's hand and I just whisper to him, "Be careful, there's eyes watching." And then I walk away back to the group. And then I go over, I clasp Yu's shoulder and lean in and whisper to him that we're being watched right now. We should not draw attention to each other.
I didn't know I was with you. Okay.
I didn't know I was with you.
I handed you a camel. I literally handed you a camel. I assumed you were still where I left you.
I'm busy. I thought I was busy doing my barrel shopping and all that other stuff for the camels.
Okay, well I didn't know that.
It's fine.
Yeah, and also
you can be with them.
Okay. I also, Nani,
Yes.
just for your no, I have a 21 passive perception. I have the observant feat, which gives me a +5 to my passive perception, and I can read lips.
Yes.
I thought I had the highest passive perception.
Because or do you want to just cap it at 20? I'm okay with keeping it at 20. Like,
capping is fine. I'm just thinking because
That's the point of the feat.
yeah, it is.
What does passive
you would know,
perception count for?
Yeah, that is good to know. Let's hear everyone's passive perception. Is there anyone who is similar amount of perception, like over 18, something like that?
19.
19.
Oh,
Okay, 19 and 21.
damn.
Both of you would notice that there are a bunch of hiding people on the top of the thing. Sorry, I didn't know about your passive perception. That's why this is happening.
No, that's why I brought it up.
Yeah.
I forgot to bring it up myself because I usually bring it up in all my other. I brought it up in my other games to my other DMs because I know I have the feat, but like I can't add that to the actual number of my passive perception. At least I don't think I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't edit that.
There are
It won't
some
let me.
times where I had enemies that had pass without trace casted on them, so that the 21 doesn't detect. But these guys are not those type of enemies, and you two guys will be able to see a few hiding shadows on top of few buildings. And if you guys want to, you can pinpoint view. I'm not gonna use this as a battle map though, but I'll say that you know their locations at least.
Okay.
You can modify your passive perception in the.
Go to the gear next to spells.
I mean, even though
And then
you
go to
have
the
it
bottom.
there, that would be nice if you modify that. But generally, I don't look at everyone's character sheet while I'm playing because I mean, there's so many of you. I want to be. But yes.
That's fine.
So while you're talking with the meat guard, though, I'll say that let's give some chance to Karma. So Karma would notice as you're coming back from this, coming and recombining with the group, you notice hiding figures on top of the buildings. How would you like to react?
Would I be able to tell what buildings they're on top of? Like, are they concentrated in certain areas, or is it just all over?
I'll say that it is concentrated around you guys.
Alright. They seem to be like resident houses.
Yes, and if you were to move around, you actually notice that 3 of them jumps up the building and climbs up to the one that is closer to the direction that you're moving towards, and they're following you.
Are they really trying to hide if they're jumping between rooms?
Very secretively they do it, although you notice this with A2 perception. So, that's the perception of fear, right? You do notice that they are trying to be very stealthful. People who is walking on the streets would not notice it.
I want to, like, shoot a gaze directly at one of them, and then just pretend I was looking at, like, something in the sky and drift off, and see how they react if I just look directly at them. I want to bluff, essentially.
God.
Well, as soon as you like kinda goes into eye contact with them, you can see like the head just pops down, immediately trying to like get a full cover from your vision, and yeah.
I'll just pretend I didn't see anything. I'm gonna continue trying to meet up with everyone if I found that out on the way.
Now everyone will meet up as Wolfric brings up 30 pounds of rations to the group. You guys are all together, or Wise watching you. 2 of you guys know at least what you guys like to do.
I distribute the rations equally to the 6, so we can
Good.
5 rations.
I don't need them.
I have like 20.
Yo, I'm weighted, so I can't carry nothing.
Okay, I'll...
You throw his rations into the cart that he just got and finished hitching up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna mark off 25 rations.
Okay. And
If
yes,
you want to throw it into the cart, you can.
there's a
I
cart.
went to the bag of holding.
Oh,
There's a
too.
bag of holding. I don't think there's a cart. There's a camel.
Oh, no, I posted in Discord. I don't.
Oh shit! I'm sorry if I didn't see it.
You're fine.
Yep, you can buy cart and camels, barrels. Yep,
Okay.
that is fine.
So yeah, that was what you was doing.
Although we did say that wheels may break, right? In the desert.
Mhm.
So we will make some checks as we go on, and you may need to fix it. But are you okay with that? You buying cart?
Well,
Could we buy some?
let me by chance just see how much a carpentry kit cost.
Also, you can buy like replacement wheels if you want to, and yeah.
Yeah, hammer should be fine or whatever.
I'll say
Carpenter's
that.
kit.
How much is a cart right now from Player's Handbook?
A cart is 35 gold.
Okay, I'll say that you can buy the replacement wheel for 3 gold, and it will just prevent. It will make 1 check for cartwheel breaking auto success. And I'll say the wheel is 10 pounds.
3 gold
10 pounds,
each.
sure. Yeah, it's a set of wheels. It's not a single wheel, so I don't exactly know how much, but I'll go
Oh,
with 10.
a set of wheels is 3 gold.
Yeah, set of wheels, 10 pound, 3 gold. 1 check will auto success.
Okay, I'll get 2 sets then.
All right,
That's-
add them into
that's
your
fine.
inventory, and now you guys have a cart, and you guys all gather up. Let's hear from people who haven't spoke for a while. Sunny and Rue and Eric, Ailia. What do you guys like to do?
You can go ahead, guys.
I mean, I've done my duty with the shopkeep. If I notice that these guys are watching, I'm keeping on my best behavior because I don't really want to start a fight. So I'm just following along. I have nothing really left that I want to do in town.
Okay, Ailia.
How long would this have taken for all of them to get their stuff?
15 minutes, maybe. That sounds
15?
good. Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay, so
it was quick transactions, so
I mean, there's walking, talking. In real life, if you were to do it, it would take like 15 minutes, I think. So 15 to 30 minutes. Like, generally shopping, it doesn't feel long, but it's actually very long. So what?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would just wait it around.
All right. So, guys, with information. What do you guys think?
Hey, Sonny.
Yo.
I got these barrels for your water and food creation, so you can do it once, and we can have it in storage.
Okay, it only lasts for a day, but yeah,
It disappears after a day.
it goes bad.
Even the water? How does water go bad, Sonny?
Hey, have you left water out and then tried to drink it?
It's
It
just
turned
warm.
into like a mosquito cesspool, and then
It's a barrel.
The water is clean and doesn't go bad.
does it? I don't know.
The food is bland but nourishing and spoils if uneaten after 24 hours. The water is clean and doesn't go bad.
Oh, nice.
I was just gonna cast it every day, so
Okay.
I want
But,
to
I
make
mean,
it rain over here. You know,
If you die, we need water, man.
I'm not dying.
I'll
Send
sat phone for help. Sending spell.
As a player, now that we're all together, this is Nemo asking, were the people in the rooftops pointed out to us now that we're together?
Yeah, that's what I told. Well, I told you.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I would, and the others noticed them and playing it off. The only ones who probably didn't notice it would be Sunny.
Okay.
Sonny's
you would
used to
probably
the
take
attention. He
action
doesn't
on
care.
that then. I wasn't actually as a player taking action yet because I thought we said that was mentioned when I wasn't actually with you. But yeah, if you say it when you was actually there, you would probably kick up his boots of spider walking and have some fun.
Oh, here we go.
Oh fucking hell!
Is he about to do
So-
something?
Yeah, start stretching.
I go.
We can hit that next session because I gotta head on out
Yes.
in like 3 minutes or so.
Rip.
I was hoping we would have combat sometime today, but I guess it's not. But for the next session, I still
Shopping montage.
for preparation for what I would, so that I can do better preparation next session. What would you guys like to plan for next session? Like, can you guys give me general direction of what you guys like to do so that I can prepare?
What do you mean, like as players or as characters?
Yeah, that was okay.
Well, I mean, we'll go and find the what's it called? The research crew. Get what
I guess we
information
can
we can
south.
from them.
You can head out to south. You can investigate more in town. You can see what's up those rooftop guys are about. Stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys are gonna go straight to south, and I'll mainly prefer that. Mainly, but yeah. All right.
I want to know why they're so skittish about the researchers. So I think next week we should absolutely do some recon in town.
Yeah, that may save us trouble once we actually leave town to go investigate. Maybe know what we're getting into. But yeah, I maybe like we'll see who's following us and why, and then once we know that information, we can maybe use that against the town folk and say, hey, we now know this, so you spill the beans now, type of thing.
But it makes me wonder if we're actually being followed and if the people up and around are protecting the town. And so that's why I think we need to spend some time in here and go shop to shop and really talk with people, because it's just kind of weird that there's
Well, aren't the guards protecting the town?
individuals.
There are a few guards.
Yeah, but
We've only met with 2, though.
3.
Oh, there were 3.
Yeah. I mean, it's whatever. Honestly, I'm actually kind of excited to use this boots of spider walking because I've never done it yet. But if you guys stop you, then you will make a wisdom throw to see if he listens or not.
Okay, so group generally wanna do the stalking guys. Am I understanding correctly?
And town folk.
yeah, see, my issue,
In essence,
like,
it was more information gathering because a lot of the townsfolk were acting a bit odd. Maybe if worst case scenario, well, not worst case scenario, but we can probably go back to that guard that we first talked to in the beginning of the town. I don't know.
But the other thing that my attention was drawn to, they only acted that way for the other guy who left. So I don't know what his character name is yet.
Karma.
Yeah, Karma. They only acted that way towards him because I interacted perfectly fine with the shopkeep. There was no reaction other than doing business with him. Unlike when he was walking through town, they ran away from him.
I mean,
so
you are a local race, but then again, I did business outside of roleplay and didn't get acted on.
Yeah, same here with the boot shop lady.
So that just means what you have to take it at what is he? Like what race is he?
Elf, I thought. Just like 2 other members.
Yeah, I'm half elf.
Okay, but then
But
why
my
would
head
they
is
act
covered,
that way?
so I wonder if that's why. Like, my head is covered; they can't see my ears.
Okay, so it's probably a racial thing. So that's what we have to.
I thought they were. I was half listening because I was dealing with my cart math. I thought they were acting funny towards Sunny, but it was actually towards Karma.
For the DM note though, he was the only one who was asking about research group. Not all of you guys just do business.
I haven't asked about it yet.
Group, but
I only asked the guards. Did I notice anything? I did an insight check, so.
Guards didn't seem to act weird.
And the shopkeep didn't ask. I asked the shopkeep about it, and he didn't act weird. So.
Yeah, I think that's actually because you roleplay well.
Oh, okay. So it's basically his wording that fucked him up.
Okay, it's like similar thing. Like, let's say you're walking down the street and you're living in like a town of Baghdad, and American soldier walks towards you and says that, "Do you know Osama bin Laden? Where he is?" And what would you do? That's case number 1. Case number 2 is this. You're a shopkeep and you're like selling goods, and someone comes in and asks you around, and they ask you like, have you heard about Osama bin Laden? Like, I heard that there was a shooting on the other town. What the fuck, right? And the shopkeeper's like, yeah, it's a dangerous shit like going on the other side. You see the different feeling, right?
Yeah.
I go. Depends on how the character is reacting and whatnot, but just to help you as a player understand, that's how the thing goes. I'll leave it to your character's interpretation.
So my character interpretation was better acted than his was.
So do however you like to process it, but I'm just giving this additional information to help you as a player understand how I'm ruling.
I mean, that makes sense.
But
so that's why I was extremely apprehensive.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Waiting.
Yeah, but right now the time is time. Usually this is ending time of the general session. Some of us have to go and live life and whatnot. So I'll say officially the session is over. Thank you guys for playing. I was hoping for a combat or 2, but there's a lot of introductions and generally more people we have. Generally the slower the session goes. So there's that to keep in mind. But I hope you guys have fun. Yes.
Yeah, I just think the whole shopping has to be not as extensive because literally this whole session was nothing but a shopping spree.
A lot of it was information gathering. There was that part.
And that's true. Yeah, well, most of it, but 95% of it was shopping. So we as players, and we need to work on that.
I'll say 70%, but I think I blame me, but yeah. It's all DM's fault. When did it happen?
No, we can do sessions next time. Like,
yeah.
Yes. But usually when if you want to buy anything that is in the player's handbook, most of the time you can just buy it without saying anything. And if you were to buy something from the kid, for example, camel, even though you like want to buy something and not tell me about it, if I found it out later, I can do something about it. But if you want to just fast forward, I'm generally okay with it too. So, yeah. Speaking of it, yeah. If you want to fast forward a lot of things, we can. And I think I didn't mention to you before, but if you want to fast forward, and Sunny, if you want to fast forward stuff very quickly, we can do that and split the session.
I-
So if you
I don't
feel
care.
like you're having not having as much as fun because the campaign is bogged down with other things, you can voice your opinions immediately, and we will try to do something immediately. Well, as soon as you voice it. So I just wanted to use the opportunity of buying to show up what these people are like in the town, in general. But time is time, and campaign time is limited. So, but yes,
Yeah.
thank you guys for playing. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the session was okay. It's just I thought that was a lot of shopping, like a lot of shopping.
A lot of shopping. At least it
I
wasn't
did kind of
spent.
spend about 400. Well, let's see, 250. I spent about 400 gold.
I spent upwards to 600 gold
Oh yeah,
because
because you got the
camels.
camels.
Yeah, but it's all good. I still have.
Part of me liked the time span thing because I didn't feel rushed when trying to plan ahead.
Yeah.
Buying the items. Like I never would have thought about getting the barrels for Sunny's thing until later on, and we would have been in the desert if we went straight there and been like, oh shit, we needed
Yeah.
barrels type
Yeah.
thing.
No, I had no qualms about it. It's just that was a lot of shopping. I think it was a lot of time spent shopping.
Meeting in the middle, maybe we could say something like, as a suggestion, Nani.
Yes.
If we go to the merchant and be like, hey, we're about to be traveling through the desert, how much would it cost for materials? For, X amount of days of travel. And then the merchant be like, this much. And then we just pay that much. And as a DM perspective, you're like, okay, well, you got X amount of materials. You guys should be good in the desert for X amount of days.
DM wise though, what if you get lost in the desert?
Well, then we're fucked.
That's why I can't do exactly X numbers because of that. It's actually risk and reward for you guys to prepare right now. That's why.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, the desert is fuck you with illusion. That's why I'm saying specifically at the beginning of the conversation. So.
Blue Gym actually isn't a town. It's the ancient ruin that we think is a town.
Oh, every people in this town is a
Nothing
ghost.
is real. This is the Matrix.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I
The
gotta get
people they
going.
were
I just
talking
need
to was a
finish typing up some
cactus,
notes.
and the ration that you bought was actually stones. So it's like, what the hell just happened?
Hey,
Yeah.
were the people following on the rooftop, were they following everybody, or at least primarily Karma and Wolfric?
You probably didn't know, but at the moment, everybody.
No. Okay.
But I noticed everybody. Yeah.
But yes, there is that. Hopefully, next session at the very beginning, we're gonna have a combat or two to kick off the things differently, feeling wise. But yes, I'll need to give you a character sheet, and you can just use that as that, and however you want to do it.
Alrighty.
I'll give you one right now. But yes, thank you guys for playing, and see you guys next week. Woo.
Can I have 9 character sheets?
Why? Maybe you can, but
Because of the bag of tricks.
yes, that's a very valid reason I will make.
Just so I can when it happens, I can just drag and paste and
Yes.
worry about it. And then I can just upload the default for all the critters.
Yeah.
How
I'm
did
a
the
walking
session
zoo.
Did we ever find out the name of the wolf folk? Or, Nani, could you give it to me, like,
Ballpen.
now, outside?
Ballpen. Although name barely matters, if you guys call them as like wolf folk, then I'll be like, yeah, wolf folk, yeah.
Yeah,
Fox folk.
I'm trying to avoid that, right, because of the bee folk thing.
Yeah.
Whatnot.
And did you say something, Eon? Did you ask how did the session end?
The session.
Can you repeat that?
What happened at the end of the session?
At the end of the
No,
session, we were summarizing what had happened, what they want. I asked the people what they want to do next session so that I can better be prepared up, and we wrap it up.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So
The last
nothing-
thing that happened was you charging with the boots activated.
What? Was that the actual?
Yes.
What?
Not
What?
technically. I mentioned that it could happen that way, but if as players you guys don't want you to do that, then he won't.
Right
What
now,
about
I think
boots
it's
and
just up
charging?
for discussion. He does have boots of charging, right? Something like that. I don't know. Boots of spider climbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not
Oh.
turning on and off. I think. So
No, not really. It's just he can utilize them whenever he wants by walking up to a wall or ceiling, as long as it fits the description of not slippery.
yeah, these walls that are in the houses are definitely qualified for one. And if you do war to fight the guys on there, and if you guys need to do a lot of climbing, then definitely that will be the factor.
Okay, so we're deciding what to do with them next session.
Yeah.
Generally, the people were discussing that they want to investigate the people on the roof and maybe get more information on the town before you guys go. You guys are only in the middle of the day at the moment.
Yeah.
That was the majority of the feeling that I was getting when I was asking people. Although, I mean, if you guys want to roleplay differently, then that's the thing. Although I'd be like, God, I prepared majority, but that's not these people, and you guys went to desert. Then I'll be sad, but I mean, what can I do? It's DM, so. But yeah, that's generally what happened, and I do. This session is being recorded. I was written in the recruitment page, and I can post it if you guys request it. Which I actually should be posting it, but majorly I don't post it because I'm lazy. But it is being recorded, so I can post it so that you can rewatch it if you want to.
Nice.
But yes, thank you guys for playing. Let me know any feedbacks to make the campaign better.
Okay.
And see you guys next week.
Yep, should be a nice, simple-ish summary. I'll try to get that out tomorrow or something.
Yes, and keep rolling in inspiration. You should be getting one for each thing you write. So, woo!
Yeah, I've been rolling a shit ton. I actually was restocked this past week.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Nani,
Mhm.
would have been 1 point of inspiration or 2 points of inspiration for doing the summary of the when Draco died session as well as the wrap-up session?
You can get multiple points.
I mean, if you're writing session summary, you're doing service for everyone. So, let's see. So you did wrap-up session.
And technically it was 2 sessions, but it wasn't. That second one wasn't a full one. So I'll be the Boy Scout and ask if it should be 1 inspiration or 2.
Oh, two.
The thing is, like, 2 for now. Whatever, right? Inspiration. I mean, you are doing services, so I mean.
Yeah, and I currently have 2 points of inspiration then, because I had 0 before that.
Whew.
Alright, I gotta go to bed. I have work.
Alright, and do know that inspiration can be used in any other campaign that I run. So if I'm doing one shot on Friday, you can use it. I won't mind.
Nah, I like to keep it strictly for specific campaign of when I earned it.
Alright.
Else it feels like I'm cheating on the campaign.
Nah. I'm DM. I can roll however I want, and yeah. But yeah, that's how it goes. And
Alright,
yeah.
have a good one, everyone.
Good night.
See ya.
You made my Thursday slightly sadder, Sonny. What are you doing?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. My divorce papers came in, so
Oh,
that.
that's,
Yeah.
that's, I see you have a lot of unhappiness. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have to take care of all that.
Yeah. Divorce.
Yeah, is what it
Yeah.
is.
You should write like a session. What have happened in there? Maybe there is like a god of love and goddess of love, and they got divorced, and the world was like tearing apart, and everyone's panics for a single day.
Oh no, it's affecting enough of my real life that I don't want it to like my happiness. D&D is my happiness.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
fun. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week. In that
Oh yeah, later. I forget we're in the phone call, not a chat room.